Yeah, I love this man.
Where are your waves?
Yeah,
I said, I hope Stevie Wonder ain't cutting his shit again. Like,
Can we see your waves?
yo, Jack, Jamie ain't been wilding lately. Haven't you noticed that? Like, yo, this boy been. That was a good one, Jamie. That was a good one. This boy been wilding. Yo, it's crazy.
He's been on one. I'll tell you what.
Love to see it.
and he airballed another free throw. That boy Giannis booty.
If y'all could share the link.
Man, he is sucking right now versus the Nets.
Well, he's doing good.
Like,
Like
they won every game
anything
before this,
2 feet.
and now they come in and they get molested. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like Giannis 2 feet and in, he's good, but everything else, he's garbage.
I mean, even All-Star game though, he was busting threes. He didn't miss a single shot.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe the dude has a bad batch of vitamins. I don't know.
Nah.
I think he
Oh,
hit
they called
16
it
for
10
16 in
seconds.
All-Star game. It's crazy.
Now when we played them earlier in the season, he was hitting threes, so I was a little nervous about this series. But he ain't doing much.
Yeah, I wonder if the Patreon list is actually fixed.
Oh, they stole
I try to fix it today, so hopefully it's fixed. Yo, BG,
death
your
of the
mic's
three.
working, sir.
Yeah.
You good, sir?
Old head is in the building. What's good, BG?
J-Man got a lot of smoke for you, sir, today.
That's
apparently.
Oh yeah. We gotta bring up that dumbass tweet that you had made earlier in the week.
There's a,
I
just
make
one?
no dumb tweets.
Now you make a lot of dumb tweets. We ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah,
Man. We ain't
there's a
gonna
couple,
go
there's
that
a
far.
couple.
We ain't gonna go with
I only listen, man. I only make tweets to the that are dumb to the uninitiated, the unexperienced.
Oh, we initiated and we experienced. You about to get this work. I
Uh,
might even have to pull a gray hoodie out for this one. You gonna get this work. You got a list together or nah? You just gonna freestyle? You wrote for this battle, BG, or you just gonna freestyle?
right? What are you talking about?
You say about the 30,
Alright,
dog.
yeah, he ain't
I never,
prepared.
I never
Yeah,
wrote
okay.
for anything in my life.
I want to remind you. Remember the last time?
We know them reviews is right off the goddamn sheet. You know what you talking
No,
about?
it's the bullet notes. Those are bullet notes. I don't even write for
Yeah.
Weapon Wheel.
BG got three
Yeah, well,
three
nah, I
second
can
bullet
We can
notes.
tell.
notice.
We can
We
tell
notice
that
you don't. Yeah.
BG got 3 second bullet notes. What the fuck?
That was kind of
We
obvious.
notice you don't, right?
Bullet notes be a whole paragraph.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, I think we're pretty much set. We live, by the way. We on there. Yo,
Yeah, you
J-Man.
playing music, Kofi?
Yes, I got some, ambient music in the background right now as we start the podcast. Yo, 5 years. I don't know if y'all noticed. Actually, a viewer actually put us on or put me onto this. He's saying that low key, it's actually an anniversary. You know what I mean? We've been doing this shit
That's
for
crazy.
5 years. Press Our Podcast started 5 years ago this month, so that's crazy. It's been a trip. I just want to say to my boys, I appreciate my boys, sticking through, even though Alex came a little bit later, but he came and said,
Wow.
you know what I mean, brought new life to the podcast. I'm not done, Alex. I'm giving you your flowers, right? You brought new life to the
you were
podcast,
talking about-
different perspective. You know what I mean?
came.
And you came and you set up here on fire. I can't even imagine the
yeah, I did
podcast
come.
without you, man. Okay, all right, Alex, relax. You know what I mean? Let me give y'all flowers. You know what I mean? J-Main Jack since episode 1. I appreciate y'all boys, you know what I mean? So it's love, man. And shout out to all the viewers, first of all, for sticking with us for this long, man,
What about past members?
Shout out to the current members on the podcast, and you know what I mean, for sticking with us for so long.
You messy, dog.
Oh,
You know what I mean? We
You're
appreciate,
fucked. You're
I'm
fucked.
messy at all.
salute to everybody.
you know what I mean? We
Everybody that
appreciate,
came through and graced
every
the stage, man.
Yes,
every
sir.
one of y'all and y'all contributions to the podcast, man. It's been a hell of a ride, man. Hell
What
of a
about
ride.
what about somebody who inspired you?
Oh, you mean the DM I sent Kofi that we was having a conversation about? I
Oh, you mean the time? You mean the time Kofi was on Solid Rest podcast?
I'm talking about Reliable.
Yeah, Solid Rest.
I don't know what that is.
See, this why BG wanted to come out today. See, this is why BG wanted to come out today. This is why BG wanted to come out today.
I forgot about that, Kofi. You on your own. Yeah.
That's why
You
BG
on your
wanted to
own,
come out
dog.
today. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate y'all, man. It's been a dope 5 years, man. Hopefully into another 5, man. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep elevating. You know, we had some crazy moments on the podcast, some classic moments, and you know what I mean, we got more coming. We got more coming. I was supposed to prepare a little like highlight video to start the podcast, but I'm sorry, I got Ratchet early, so I've been, you know what I mean, I've been playing that shit, yeah.
Man.
So that video is gonna come
playing a
up.
true PS5 exclusive, not none of that cross-gen bullshit, huh?
You know,
I've been mesmerized ever since, huh? That's crazy.
I just saw Tony actually post like a video of with the thumbnails. Wild, bro. Now I'm looking at that thumbnail. That thumbnails. Wow, he got me in the jean shirts and everything. I didn't even watch it yet, but I seen it.
Tony came back with a vengeance. He ain't talking through a cup and a string no more. You know what I mean?
Tony actually got equipment.
Yeah, he actually got some things over there.
Did he steal it? What did he do?
We ain't talking about all that. The
I mean, the streets told me where it came from, but what happens in the streets stays in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
So I need some Elgato key lights. I'd like a new pod mic as well, please, and an amp.
You know what I mean? Like this man Tony literally disappeared for like 2 months and came back with a whole bunch of equipment. Like, yo, this man was staying low. That Amazon finesse, this might be his biggest Amazon finesse yet. You know what I mean? So he had to stay low for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? So
shit got hot. It got hot out there, yo.
Yeah, I'm about to 6ix9ine this man. I'm calling the police. I'm adding the FBI. I'm telling everybody, yo, no cap.
High key though, Tony had hit me in my DMs on Instagram.
Oh yeah?
And he told me, yeah, about maybe like a month ago, and he had commented on one of my my things, or maybe I commented on his, and he was like, you know, I know you see me, but you know, what I mean, keep it low. I'm good. I'm straight out here. Keep it light. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna respect your little privacy, and I'm gonna keep it on the low. So, I did think he got knocked up, but once he not knocked up, but you know, locked up. But once he hit me, I was like,
Or it could have been that too.
Tony kind of cute, man. I don't know.
He does look like a bottom. I'm not gonna lie. He does give a lot of like bottom energy. Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, so we here, man. We gotta.
What did I fucking join? What did I do here?
It's gonna be a great show. Definitely gonna be a great show. So we here. We might as well get the podcast officially started. Press Start Podcast, episode 196. We're actually closing into 200, man. 4 more episodes, then we at the big 200. So it's another celebration on top of the 5 years anniversary. You know, shout out to all the first time listeners. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy the show. Stick around for future shows and check out everybody's channel in the description below. We're gonna go ahead and introduce the guests first today. Today we got a first appearance on Press Start Podcast. We got Dealer Gaming. Dealer Gaming, say what up. You guys probably know of his reputation, you know, big Xbox centric YouTuber, you know, around the street. So we definitely have some Xbox topics to talk about, and I had to get, you know, Dealer on the podcast. So I'm glad he was able to join us today.
Yeah, I've joined every single Sony podcast, or I'm assuming this is more kind of Sony centric, right? I've joined every single one of them.
Are we Sony centric?
Keep you guys in line. Yeah, you guys are a little bit. I try to reel you guys in.
Are we Sony centric though? Like really?
You've been leaning towards PC a little bit, but sometimes you guys pull off the little
They'll
cape
lean a little
on
more.
sometimes.
They'll lean a little more when you see when those games come to PC.
See, when you
Yeah,
when you like quality, they try to say you Sony centric. BG, no,
Everyone likes quality.
I mean,
But, you know,
it just so happens they putting out the quality, so we got to
well,
lean
they
that
do put
way.
out amazing games. That's why God of War 2018 is probably my favorite game of all time. That or Witcher 3. I can't decide. I've said this a billion times on my own show, but still, this is, you know, a first for me. So I try to do these types of things and get out there and talk to these people that have what is really just a wrong conception, because they don't actually watch the stuff themselves. They listen to a crackhead in a corner say something, and then they misquote that, and then all of a sudden I sold review copies. I don't even know what the fuck this guy's talking about. So again, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe.
Yeah. Big shout out to Dealer Gaming and damn man, Sony. Yo, after that Sony eccentric podcast or whatever got me kind of tight, because damn, yo, after all the slander, I'm the one who created Puddlegate for Christ's sake, man.
You did.
And we the Sony pod. Oh man, but it's all good, man.
I mean, remember that one episode?
Can't deny that the puddles looked better before. Come on, now.
It definitely.
I mean,
did look better
you
this way,
really
man.
can't deny that.
Ever since then, Kofi ain't been saying nothing
He has
about
never
the
been
early
the same.
games he got.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just keep quiet. When I get my early games, I just keep quiet nowadays.
When you got that copyright
He turning to
strike?
Paris when he get the games now.
You know what it was?
In the background, but they won't point
It wasn't really
like
Puddlegate.
You know?
The Puddlegate wasn't the problem. What the problem was when Kofi did the first impressions video before every other person let the review copy out, and then he got a copyright strike because of it.
Wow.
I think that was what hit you the most.
Nah, I didn't really. Well, that one was, I cared about that shit, but that shit blew up. That shit went too big. But anywho, we here. Yeah. But dealer, thanks for pulling up.
Real quick though, I was talking to my coworker, and because my coworker he a gamer and shit, so he wanted to like start listening to our podcast. And I was like, he's like, who's on the podcast? And so I started naming you guys. I'm like, Kofi on there. He's like, Kofi, why does that sound familiar? I'm like, have you ever heard of Puddlegate? He was like, no fucking way.
No.
I was like, yeah, like Puddlegate was us.
Damn.
Puddlegate was you guys.
Oh man, we got a reputation in the streets. Yes, sir. We the hottest. Yeah, we the hottest in the streets, Jack. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? I had to take the podcast. I had to take the podcast to another level somehow, man. And that's the way we did it, man. You know, ever since then, the clout been up.
He was like, I heard the No episode, and he was listening to the No about Puddlegate, and they name dropped us and shit. He was like, yeah, that was y'all. Like,
so you guys, so you pointed out, so you were basically keeping it real about the puddles, or no?
You know what?
I'm not familiar.
You know what? Pretty much all I'm going to say is artistic changes happen, so I've accepted my wrong. They called it artistic changes. It's artistic changes, so I have accepted that. I've said my apologies to the PlayStation community, and it's artistic changes, so that's what.
Don't let them get you. They're harmless.
Kofi, you wearing panties under that nightgown that you got on?
Oh wow!
Where your balls at, sir?
You were right, Kofi. You were right. Stick to your guns.
All right, we got a person who's been on the podcast multiple times, but it's been a while since he appeared, showed his face. We got BG up in here to come and spew some bullshit. What's up, BG?
Just here to speak facts. Nothing but the facts. Somebody has to be level-headed and have the right state of mind to talk about these topics. And I just I always remember remembering about Puddlegate because the type of person I am, Kofi was taking a lot of bullets on the front line, right? And I was defending him at first. And then as soon as it got a little bit too hot on the streets, I deleted all my tweets and just let him take it. I was out. I was like, Kofi, you on your own.
I remember that.
All my tweets defended him.
I remember that.
You abandoned you on the street.
Yeah. BG is definitely really good at throwing people in front of the bus.
Under the bus.
He's really good at that, man. He's really good at that.
BG, you supposed to be his father, and you left him out like that.
Father.
I had to get out of there. Man.
BG said, I'm going to the grocery store.
Never tell the truth about some puddles again. I'm out.
These are artistic changes.
Artistic changes. No downgrades, man. All artistic changes, man. All right, so
broken support.
So for the people listening for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our panel. We're going to start off with Alex. Say what up.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to the Press Start podcast tonight for Thursday. If you want to support us even further than just viewing and subscribing and liking our channels and checking us out individually and also part of the podcast itself, patreon.com/pressstartpod is available for extra podcasts, extra content, all there for you. I want to say thank you to Dealer for coming on the podcast tonight, and also thank you to BG because tonight we're going to play BG Bingo. So I've made a BG Bingo list here, and ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to play at home, you can. I'm going to read these very quickly, and we'll see who gets to bingo first. You ready? Here we go. Fake outrage.
I already know both boys is on there.
Fake outrage, tax bracket, pocket watching, not issues. It's stupid. It's relative.
It doesn't affect
quality.
Me. It got to be on there.
Sony exclusives, case by case, your idiots, mind your business, actor income, free space.
Free space. One.
Yeah. We also added anytime BG does a car analogy, put that in there. Anytime BG does a sports analogy, put that in there. $60 last gen was okay. The word content or its fun factor. When was $10 the cutoff? If BG talks about The Last of Us, mark that off too.
This guy got a whole bingo card, bro. Yeah, this guy took the time to really make a bingo sheet, bro.
A few more. If BG tries to compare the time of a game played in any semblance, that's a mark 2. If BG talks about the cost of headphones, put that in there. If he says the words pocket police, that goes in there. Stay in your lane. And finally, wait for a price drop. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our bingo card for the night. Whoever gets to bingo first gets their free ticket to my OnlyFans.
I'm saying at least half of those in the first sentence. So.
Oh yeah, that's an easy W.
This is crazy.
Alex poison in the well. I see what he's doing.
Ooh, that's a good one. I should have put that one in there before.
Jack, say what up to the people.
What's good, man? What's popping? How y'all doing? 5 years, man. 5 years.
5 years, man.
Hey, hey, shout out to y'all, though, man. Shout out to the viewers. I fuck with you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you. J-Man.
Now that's facts though. Jack be in the DMs. Yo, nah, never mind.
Hell no.
Jack be in the DMs. I hate this shit.
Hell no. Love y'all, man.
Be like, yo, podcast on going through some turmoil. Jack, what you think about this? It's crickets. Ah, man.
It'd be like that, man.
J-Man, say what up.
Yes, sir. J-Man, of course, back checking in with the people. Definitely shout out to the guests we got on the podcast. It's gonna be a fun one, man. And 5 years. Shout out to y'all for the support. And you know, what started out as a DM has quickly progressed to a nice community that we have put together, and you guys have been supporting us. So definitely want to say shout out to y'all. Thank you to you guys. And shit, here's to 5 more years of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if it's this,
we'll
if we
see.
take it to the next level, shit, who knows?
See where it
You know what
go,
I'm saying?
man.
So we just take it one podcast at a time. So definitely appreciate it, and let's get into the show, man. We
No,
got
no,
got some bonehead topics to talk about. You know, BG, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
No idea.
All right.
Jack just might hit a lick and never come back. So you know what I mean? We have to cherish our
What
days
you
with this boy,
mean,
man.
You know, I love y'all, man.
Shit, he won Among Us sequel away from getting the fuck out of here.
I can't leave y'all. I can't leave.
One more fanboy video away from getting the fuck out of here.
There you go. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's one more PlayStation exclusive comes to PCs. You might get the fuck out of here. That's what I think, yo.
Oh man.
Now, God of War touch PC, that man might disappear. We might never see this man
It's
again,
coming,
bro.
it's coming to PC. I've already.
Oh,
yeah,
we
so
know.
Spider-Man.
We know, and we can't wait.
We've spoken to certain
Oh,
people
yeah,
that
you
we
ever got
can't
the
name
inside
on this
scoop?
I'm gonna buy it
podcast.
again. I'm gonna buy it again on PC. Yeah, you're gonna have some more money, son. It's a great game.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Is that a
saw
bad thing? I
frowns
don't
upon
understand.
that,
Is that a
though.
bad thing? Why is that a bad thing to people?
Hey,
Phil
don't
Spencer said
ask
it was
me.
a bad thing.
Don't
I don't
ask
give
me,
a fuck what
man.
Phil said. I mean, I'm saying, why is that a bad thing?
What do you mean for games to come to
For
PC?
games to come to PC. I mean, the
People,
developers.
people have value. People put their own perceived value in a plastic box.
Okay,
and
so
they
it's a
think that-
psychological thing they need to deal
Yeah.
with. All right.
Yeah. You know, most of the members over here, except for one member over here, really do not care about that. We actually kind of prefer that. We would love to see the games go to PC. Besides one little guy on this podcast, Jack
One little
Moon.
guy.
Little.
one little guy.
Yo,
When you
what
get,
have y'all been
when you
playing,
get your,
man?
when you get your PC, man.
We talked to
I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead, Kofi.
What y'all been playing, real quick? What y'all been on, man? What y'all been on?
I'd like to go
want-
first on this.
You finally
Why am
playing
I
something?
asking? This is my podcast. Anywho, I just beat Resident Evil Village, and that game was fucking amazing. It's at the top of my list for Game of the Year.
It took you 12 hours.
And I like to be thorough and check my rooms and try to do as many rooms as possible. Okay.
Mhm.
First
On
playthrough, 12
standard.
hours? Jeez.
Yeah,
First playthrough
shame.
was 12
What a
hours.
tragic.
How is that tragic? Because I like to be thorough, sir.
No, I'm no,
Okay.
bro.
I think
Nobody's
I
more
beat it
thorough
at-
than
I
me.
beat it in 9. I think my first play.
Yeah, I
They
think
easily
mine
beat it
was
sooner,
eight
but
or nine.
I-
8 or 9 was mine.
I was checking rooms. I had struggled on a few puzzles. But that's because the game was being
Ain't no
stupid.
puzzles in that game.
Yeah, I was
Which,
going to say.
wait,
puzzles in
wait,
the
wait,
game?
hold on.
What puzzle you
Wait,
get stuck on?
hold on. Hold on. What
There's
puzzle?
definitely
Yeah,
puzzles in the
exactly.
game. What are you talking
What
about?
puzzle?
What
I
puzzle
know,
did you get
there
stuck
are,
on?
There are actually. They're just.
So
they're
the
kinda
one
different.
puzzle I got stuck on wasn't really a puzzle, but it was you
Yeah,
know how
we
you
know.
had to get the 4 masks and put them into the thing to open the
Yeah.
door, the gates or whatever. I had to examine the one boar or deer head to make it accessible to use on one of the things so you could swap out the mask.
Yeah.
I thought I examined everything that I had in my inventory. Apparently I didn't. So the deer head wasn't available to use to swap out. So I was stuck on that for like maybe 15 minutes. And then the other puzzle I got stuck on was the that wedding kind of jukebox music shit. I probably spent about 10, 15 minutes on that.
Damn, J-Man. Damn, J-Man.
Listen, it's the streaming curse, okay? Y'all understand this, right? Yeah, you know where I'm coming from. When you streaming a game, you don't
This guy
see
said he
things
got
for
stuck
what
on the
they
music
are.
box.
No, that's true.
You don't see things for what they are sometimes, and you get a little bit confused. But that's beside the point. Hold on, I'm trying to talk about how fantastic this game is and how great it is that they brought it all together with 7, as well as the whole franchise of Resident Evil. And I enjoyed it. Decent. I didn't like the second, maybe. I think that was the second boss fight, the second area. And when you're in the house and shit, I thought that was a little bit slow down, change of pace, but it got a little bit better towards the end. And yeah, I loved the ending and everything. It was fantastic. Great game.
Way better than 7, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jack,
And I love
how
7, but it's
Jack, how do you feel about that, sir?
Heard that, Jack?
Mean-
Okay, move on.
How do you feel about that, Jack?
You okay, BG? You got it, dog.
Yeah, I don't even know if these guys can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Anybody else?
Uh,
Oh, y'all don't play
Hello?
games? I
Hello?
forgot.
Waiting for
Hello,
Kofi
hello?
to pick someone. That's
Hello,
what-
hello, hello.
Kofi, your mic is muted.
Oh, and by the way, that's 16
Kofi, your
games
mic is
beat on
on.
the year.
Damn, you beat 16 games this year.
16. Yep.
That's crazy.
16.
I think I got like.
Is it better?
5.
Is it better now?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
what's
can hear
Yeah.
you.
All right, there we
You
go.
were muted.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
some-
I have a bad propensity of speaking out of turn and over talking, so I was waiting for somebody to say something like, "Oh."
Okay, yeah. Alex, where you been on?
I am on Near Replicant's C ending. I'm gonna beat that in a couple of hours. It's not much longer than the other ones. It just gets shorter every time, just like Automata. I'm happy with the game, but I think so far Automata is better. That's my personal opinion for the C ending. Until I get to E and extra content, I'll let you know then. I'm also playing Devil May Cry 4. I've now reached the halfway mark, and this is where the game is taking its decline. You are now going back and replaying the entire game as Dante. Although I love playing as Dante, I love the fight against Dante. I feel like the game is half of what it could have been, and I'm incredibly disappointed at what they didn't do. So it's sad. I'm more excited about what people have been telling me about 5. They're telling me that I'm going to literally bust nuts when I play 5 because I've loved 3 so much.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
But after 4, we're gonna do DMC reboot and then 5. So that's what I'm playing right now.
You're gonna love DMC Reboot too, because that's a great game.
I heard people said I'm gonna hate reboot.
Yeah, because people are stupid. That's a great game.
I'm sure my audience knows me very well. I think I'm gonna hate reboot. I'm gonna give it a shot though. I'm gonna give it an honest shot and I'm gonna beat the game.
BG, what you been playing?
Kofi, you're still muted.
How am I
What the
still
fuck are you
muted,
doing
bro?
to your mic, dog?
I don't,
They can hear
I don't
you,
know
we
what's
can't.
going. I don't. That's so weird. Is it working now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, BG, what you been playing? That's what I was asking. I think it should be good now.
absolutely nothing. There ain't been nothing for me to play. I've been waiting for the next game to come out,
Ratchet?
Ratchet comes out tomorrow. Yeah, so
know-
I've been
you know
playing
what's-
nothing.
You know what's funny about
ahead.
that, BG, is that
What's fun? Inform me.
no, I just want to know like how many games have you beat since the PS5 has been out? I just want to know that.
How many games have I beat since? You mean actually on the PS5 or just games in general?
Yes, yeah, on the PS5.
Oh, on the PS5? Okay, Demon Souls, Spider-Man. I only played PlayStation exclusives on the PS5. So what's that? 4? 3, 4?
Interesting. Yeah, you think
Yeah,
that
3 or
is,
4.
that already cleans up PS2 year one? Oh man.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I see where
man.
you're going.
Absolutely.
I see where we're going.
Absolutely.
After this, 4 games.
We're gonna save.
4
We're
games.
gonna save it, J-Man. We're gonna save it, J-Man. Let's get through this. Let's get through this, J-Man. We're gonna save that. We're gonna get through this, J-Man. You just gotta wait. You just gotta
Stand
wait.
by that.
Just hold on, J-Man. Let's get through this. So BG hasn't been playing shit. All right, Jack, what you been on?
Nope.
I also beat RE Village last week. I'm replaying it right now.
Damn,
It's
the game
definitely
that you
a good
hate?
game. I don't hate the game. The game is this is the thing about RE8. The beginning is strong and the ending is very strong. If it didn't end the way it did, I would have said this game was mid as fuck. Because the middle of this game, I feel like I just usually when I play an RE game, man, I love the replayability. I love memorizing the game and all the encounters and all the items but this game, I don't have no desire to do none of that shit, man. Like the middle part of this game is, I just feel like I'm going through the motions a lot of times. I don't know. The gameplay design, I think they designed this game for like a kid smooth gamer, right? Like, I feel like the game is questioning my intelligence. The puzzles are dumb as hell. Oh, here's a fucking safe. It'll be a big ass note next to the safe. I'll always remember her birthday. And then you go in another room, there's a big ass poster board with the birthday on it with the safe code. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? Like,
Last of Us did that with the dog.
No, but it was a little bit more creative.
It did it with the dog, and the dog saved
It was the exact same thing. No.
It was the exact same
thing.
It's the exact same thing.
I've seen people play the last one and not understand that fucking puzzle, that good boy shit. So I've seen people play that and not understand.
Who's a good boy? It's the day of the dog's birthday.
But you gotta do the math with the shit. Either way, regardless, a lot of that shit, bro, it's all Resident Evil games. The puzzles are like, they either too hard or now they just like stupid. Like, I don't know.
The puzzles are easy in the game.
Is cool. I like the game. I like the game. Shout out to the ending, man. Shout out to the ending. But I'm replaying.
That's all you've been playing?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank, which is gonna lead into this topic that I want to get into, the review scores, the reception of Ratchet, and just go over it.
Oh, Kofi, hold on, that's kind of messed up. You ain't asked Dealer. You
didn't
just
ask
think
Dealer
Xbox
or
guys don't play
BG,
games?
Damn! I missed.
Damn,
I missed Dealer. Xbox man.
I can't believe
Man.
you forgot.
Wow.
Dealer man.
How,
You know
how
what I
the
mean?
fuck can you be so insulted on your first time on this podcast? You
No,
believe this
I
shit?
don't know. I just
This
I
is
feel
Dealer?
insulted, but I do
This is a
feel
bunch
like
of Sony ass fucking.
I agree.
podcasts.
Hey, I agree. The puzzles are kind of hit or miss, right? It's Resident Evil, right? You got a picture of a dog riding a turtle. You got to stick it in a door, open the door. It makes no sense, but you're gonna do it, and it's gonna be fun. That's Resident Evil 8, right? It's a good game. I just beat that recently. Really like Resident Evil 7 as well. I got like 23 or 4 days in 2K21, which is fucking insane.
Oh, you a
That's my
2K
first-
man, huh?
Apparently, fuck, it's my first one I ever bought, and I absolutely love it. It got me back into basketball, and then I've been playing Modern Warfare, right? Cold War. Been playing a lot of that. So we've also been playing Wreckfest, and I know I'm missing some stuff, but yeah, a lot of different stuff. I'm bouncing all over the place here. So yeah, gaming again, best hobby ever.
Yeah.
Who's your team in basketball?
Any of them. I mean, honestly, there's some people I play with. They'll use the same person over and over and over, like team up. But I'm like, I'll use someone I've never used before because I want to. I don't know. That's kind of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Bro, the
That's
last
how
time I
was
got
like
into
when I got back
2K,
basketball.
the last time I was into 2K must have been like 2K11. I think that was it for me. After that, then
Yeah.
I kind of fell off. I fell off 2K.
That was a
can't
good
lie,
one.
man.
I think that was the one with the Jordan moments. That was a good one.
That was Jordan on the cover for that. Or was that 10?
Yes.
Yeah, they had 3 different ones. I think it was Jordan, Bird, and Magic.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you've been playing a whole lot of 2K. I apologize for missing you there, Dealer.
No,
I
you're good.
apologize. But yeah, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank, and I wanted to kind of segue into the topic of like I said, the reception and the reviews of it. The game's really good, man. I can't even lie, man. I was really impressed with what I was playing and just the visual detail and stuff like that with Ratchet. I think a lot of y'all gonna love it. It's gonna unlock midnight today, and I think y'all gonna really enjoy it. I'm pretty much halfway through the game, a little bit more than halfway, I believe. And I've been having a blast with it. The weapons are dope, beautiful visuals. I'm definitely playing the game in performance mode at 30 FPS. Yeah, it looks nice, but it's disgusting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's disgusting. I can't play that at 30 FPS, especially after trying that 60 FPS mode. So, I definitely can't wait to J-May and Jack get their hands on it because I definitely want to hear their opinions on it. I think J-May's gonna have fun playing as Rivet since
sir.
But don't think you playing with J-Man when you do that? Not
Yeah, I'm gonna hand the controller off when the Ratchet parts are up. So
Yeah, so
Bro,
Ratchet-
you're such a furry.
Ratchet is currently sitting at a 89 on Metacritic, so it's pretty much well received. People are saying it's like one of the best Ratchet games of recent. Is this what y'all expected? When we were doing the predictions, I think last podcast we were saying that it was gonna get in the high 80s. I think that's what most of us were saying. It's possible that it could get very, very low 90s, but I think most of us were saying in the high 80s, and it seems to have hit that mark. J-May, thoughts?
Yeah, I had predicted I think like a 91, maybe even a 92 for this one. But pretty much in the same area. with the 89. But just looking at the game itself and looking at some of the reviews, it seems to be living up to the hype as far as what they promised with the SSD and dimension hopping, the gameplay being great. The one thing that I do want to point out that I had a fear of when I first seen the gameplay, or just knowing that you get to play as Rivet, is it seems that as far as gameplay goes, Rivet is just a Ratchet gender swap, where she doesn't have her unique abilities, her unique guns and stuff like that. And that's what I was hoping didn't happen, because I wanted, they say she feels like her own character in the cutscenes and as far as her lines and
it's Ratchet
voice dialogue.
It's just
Ratchet. But in the gameplay, it's just Ratchet. So it's just Ratchet. That's disappointing. And I feel like maybe that could have took it up to the next level, as far as how the game reviewed or how the game was received. Other than that, it's looking like a great fucking game, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. So yeah.
Jack.
I felt this game would have gotten a little bit higher. I think I predicted a 92 as well. And I solely believe this. This game would have got over a 90 if Kids moved, and I bet it was gonna get over a 90.
Yes, bro.
Do you think this curse is real?
Nah, the curse is real. The curse is real.
I swear to God,
The
I
curse
feel
is
this way,
real.
bro. Smooth is a fucking bad luck curse, bro. Every time Smooth bets, like, bro, I don't know what it is about this dude, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. I thought it was gonna get over, but it got a good range. You know what I mean? Definitely looking forward to the game. Fidelity mode gamer, stand up. We here. You know what I mean?
No. Stop.
Yes, sir.
Stop.
Jack,
Yes,
stop.
sir.
Jack, stop.
Yes, sir.
When are you going to learn?
Performance
Stop it.
tracing mode literally has all the bells and whistles. It's just 1440p.
But the thing about the performance ray tracing mode is that even though this game is not on PS4, if it was on PS4, it would look like that pretty much. That's how they did it with Spider-Man, right? And this is the thing. I'm trying to keep the same energy, right? I'm against cross-gen games, so why would I get a brand new PS5 exclusive and play it at PS4 settings, glorified PS4 settings? I'm not doing that.
Bro, you're talking about 1440p, 60 FPS.
If anything, I would play it at performance. I wouldn't play it at performance ray tracing. Performance ray tracing is the worst looking mode. I would not play it at that.
That's
at
not.
all.
See.
Absolutely
I'm gonna agree with Jack over here, because since I've been playing it, I wouldn't say it's the worst looking mode. Performance ray tracing still looks good, but they even said themselves it has visual effects missing, even lower resolution, and plus scene density has been reduced. So that's why I prefer performance mode, period, and just take out the ray tracing, because a game like this, the 60 FPS is needed. That's why, Jack, you're definitely bugging choosing to play this game at 30.
Say that Ratchet and Clank is not a game that you need to be precise in, so there's no reason to have that. I mean, I would like for it to be in 60 frames, but if I can get higher fidelity at 30, I'm gonna have to check that out. And I know if I switch between back and forth, I'm gonna want to keep it at 30, because I did that with Spider-Man. I'm like, the 30 was cool. I would have rather it been 60, but it looked so much better at 30. I couldn't switch back, bro. I couldn't.
There's no way after putting it at 60, you'd want to prefer going back to 30.
Right.
Once
I put it at
insane.
60,
hey man,
30 becomes like blurry as hell to me. Like,
hey man, listen,
in
bro,
motion,
like
it just
said,
feels
blurry,
sluggish and
becomes
blurry.
slow.
Man, listen, man. I ain't buy this. When I bought this TV, man, I ain't buy this TV saying I can't wait to, I bought this TV wanting to see the highest fidelity I could possibly see. I'm trying to get my money's worth.
Yeah, that is so strange to me. I don't know. Maybe because
they do. Go ahead, Eli. No, I was just saying I've heard that before. Like I bought a 4K TV for 4K, but I'm like, that thing does 60 hertz and beyond. You could use that too, right?
My TV do 120, but if I want to do 120, I got lowered it down to 1080p. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You sacrificing either way, right? So I'd rather see the game at the way they intended it to be seen. And when you boot up these games on PlayStation, y'all might not notice it defaults to fidelity mode. So you actually got to go in and switch it
That's
to
so
fucking.
strange to me, man.
That's not true. That's not true.
That is true.
That's developer.
No.
Developer. Yeah.
I watched Digital Foundry, and they said
settings.
you can set it to performance mode in your settings, and it'll go to performance
That's a
mode.
system-wide setting, but by default, it's always on fidelity mode.
He's saying when you boot up the game for the first time.
Okay.
When you boot up the game in the first time.
Yeah.
But it's
gonna
not going
say
to be like
fidelity.
that for whoever changes it in their system settings.
Yeah,
The people with
Maybe
common
y'all did
sense.
that. Like I said, if this was a
People
sports
turn off
game,
motion blur, common sense.
if this was God of War or some shit like that,
That's crazy to me,
Bayonetta or
bro.
some shit, yeah, I need to 60.
This game has platforming though and stuff. Like it's just crazy to me.
It makes no sense to play this game at 30.
If I play it and I don't like the way it's playing at 30, yeah, I'll switch it then. But like,
You know what? Like for the people who don't have the choice and the game's only available at 30 FPS, like I kind of get it. Okay, you got to play like this. This is what we got, so we got to deal with it, right? But it's crazy to me even having the choice that some people actually choose that. Maybe because like I've been gaming on PC gamers for like the PC for like the past 6 years now, and I've experienced so much like 30 FPS is just is if I have no choice. If I have no choice, I'm playing at 30 FPS.
You know what's
if
crazy,
I have choices, I don't care if you have ray tracing. I don't care if the resolution is lowered. If I can get that locked 60, I'm playing at 60 because the game itself feels better. Like this is a change to the gameplay. You know what I mean? Like the gameplay feels better. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird. Especially Ratchet with the rocket boots and all sorts of shit. You going fast. Like the motion feels so much better at 60 FPS. And I've been playing it, having a blast.
But when I see even off the Digital Foundry 4K video, the visual difference, bro. Like I know y'all like to act like that difference ain't a huge difference, bro. It's a huge fucking difference between fidelity and performance mode, yo. It just don't. I don't know, man. I can't do it, bro.
I don't know.
Maybe PS6 we can get both. Maybe PS6 we can get both.
That's the beauty of it, right? Everyone can kind of choose, right?
Yeah,
everyone's got their own. They can set it how they like.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the choice is there, even though if you eat crayons, you're gonna pick the 30 FPS version.
If you like the finer things in life, Kofi, get it right.
If you eat crayons, you know what I mean. You and Blessed Red probably chilling in the corner eating them crayons. You know, I don't know because I don't know how you pick that shit. I don't know why you gotta put
Blessed Red catching strays, man. That's crazy.
He's known as the crayon man. So Jack, you eating crayons with him now, yo, bro. You
Hey,
crayons
man,
with him, picking that shit.
I hope they're not toxic. Let's get it.
BG, how do you condone this, man?
Oh man, I don't know. I've been arguing with Jack like for a while.
BG's still on the tube TV though. He can't even say nothing.
Is that true, sir?
My monitors definitely cost more than like your whole setup, Jack. You know this.
Hey,
how much your monitors cost, BG? You playing at PS4?
Alex Bingo, Bingo card, Bingo real quick. Did you check it?
He didn't check it. No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Why you just keep your PS4, BG? If you gonna play at PS4 settings.
Wait, what are you calling PS4 settings? 1440p?
Bro,
bro,
go look at Digital Foundry's analysis of Spider-Man Remastered. The ray trace performance mode is PS4 settings, sir. You playing PS4?
Listen, I'm not playing ray trace. Listen, I've been saying
you against cross-gen games, but you'll play a PS4 settings on a brand new game. That's what you're saying?
I'm not
playing
with
regular performance mode though. Just do the regular performance mode.
I've been saying, listen, I've been saying for the longest since ray tracing became this whole craze. It's overblown. Ray tracing has never been worth it. I have a 3090 and I still don't turn ray tracing on in any game I play.
No, ray tracing.
I think Cyberpunk is like the few examples that you can do ray tracing.
And this one I'm gonna disagree with BG. Look, I've been seeing that like trend, people saying ray tracing is overrated, stuff like that. Listen, ray tracing 100% is not overrated, but it's not worth the sacrifice of other things like fidelity and super low resolution. You know what I mean? Frame rate. So if you're gonna make the sacrifice, I would say take off the ray tracing, so the game itself can have better scene density, the textures, all that good stuff. But ray tracing, if you have like a GPU, like I got also a 3090, and you could have both, that shit is beautiful, bro. That shit is beautiful.
It's a check mark on consoles though, because it's like that's all it is. It's a check mark to say, hey, we have ray tracing in our game, but hey, you got to drop the game down to 1080p, and it's gonna target 60 FPS. It's a check mark. That's all it is. But as far as
Resident Evil 8, I think this good example. Not with great ray tracing at all, but it's an example of what they can try to shoot for, and they can actually use that hardware for other things besides ray tracing, which is cool. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
BG, basically, you got a lot of money in the monitors, and they want to know, I guess, 60 FPS is what you're saying, right? I'm trying to recover from this. I fucked up. I was not paying attention. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing it at 60, because the thing with Jack, see, if Jack goes to 60 on any of these games, he's not going to be able to go back to 30.
I went to 60 on Spider-Man, and you yourself,
but you started on 30.
I'm about to expose BG right now.
You started on 30 though.
And I went, but look though, when Ratchet and Clank 2016 came out, finest episode of Weapon Wheel, BG said, "Is Ratchet and Clank
has like really good frame pacing, so it doesn't look like your typical 30 FPS game. They do something with that frame pacing
it's the
where
too.
like even with it has to do with the motion and everything. Like even when you look at other 30 FPS games like The Last of Us doesn't look as smooth as Ratchet and Clank 2016, right? And is because of whatever technology they use, you know. So, but I'm always gonna choose 60 FPS if it's available.
That's what's up.
Oh, bingo!
Yep.
We had a.
No, we got one already. We got
We got one. We got one on the bingo.
Got him.
Dealer, I'm pretty sure you got a PS5 yourself, right? I'm pretty sure you
Yes.
game on everything, like all of us, for the
I
most
do.
part, except for Alex. What do you think about Ratchet and Clank? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is one of the most technically impressive games I've seen so far, right? So, I remember people back when these systems were announced, they were saying that this game wouldn't be able to do 60 FPS, and I'm glad that again Insomniac knocked it out of the park with this. And the ray tracing mode, 60 FPS as well, right? That's pretty impressive how they've implemented that stuff. So yeah, Ratchet looks great, and it landed right where I thought it would, 89. So I will probably play that tonight. Actually, haven't played it yet.
Okay, that's good.
Insomniac
And
goats, man.
obviously, BG's looking forward to that shit. So, you know, I kind of want to use this conversation to bounce off this topic that J-Man wanted to talk and debate BG about. You know, Ratchet and Clank is only on PlayStation exclusive. So far, the PS5 has had quite a few decent games, I would say, man. I would say the PS5 launch lineup or the first year lineup has been pretty solid overall. You know, we got Demon Souls, Spider-Man, even though it's cross-gen, but obviously plays best on PS5. We got Ratchet. I feel like I'm missing something else. We got Returnal. You know, so
Demon Souls.
yeah, I already said Demon Souls.
Souls.
So yeah,
Okay.
so it's the lineup is looking pretty solid. So BG, you had to take, and you know, low key 4 or 5 episodes of Press Our Podcast. I kind of said the same thing. Yo, it might be PlayStation's best
And,
first year lineup.
I don't think I
said
was
that like
here
5
for that, so I think you got
I think I said
lucky.
that like 4 or 5 episodes ago, and I think BG said the same thing not too long on Twitter, and sparked a whole little debate. Especially him and J-Man went back and forth. So, J-Man,
Nah, the whole Twitter went back and forth with BG.
they
got in
clapped
his
this man.
ass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No.
Finished
My
it. Fatality.
My tweet had like
Porn.
over 500 likes, so there was a lot of people that actually
And
agreed.
like over 1,000 disagrees. You know what I'm saying?
No.
All right, so let's start this off. So BG,
Okay.
PS5. You feel like the PS5 is looking to have the best first year in PlayStation history?
No, not looking.
which-
Has.
Which by the way is a
Already?
is a
It
low
has
bar
already?
because-
It has already though,
Like-
like it has it already.
Yeah, I mean, with the if you include Ratchet, yeah, I would say yes, because the PlayStation launch bar is extremely low. Saying like the PS5 is like has the best launch isn't saying very much. All PlayStation lineups suck, in my opinion. Most of them suck.
If their first year lineups or just launch titles?
Launch titles or first year. Like to
See,
me,
that's
most of
where
them
you
suck.
lose me. Okay, go ahead.
We can take either one, but to me, most of them suck. I know y'all be talking about SSX Tricky and NBA Street. I didn't care about none of those games. I never liked none of those games. Those were what I call demo disc games. I don't know nobody who actually even played them.
Oh, you
got the
bugging.
demo disc.
You bugging about that, though.
You
bugging.
played the hell out of those demo discs, and you
Oh
never
my
actually bought the
fucking
game. I never
God.
cared about those games. So
BG
that's
bugging.
why. Maybe that's
bugging,
why
man.
I
Somebody
don't.
kick this man.
I'm not
Somebody
impressed
kick
by
this man
those.
off the podcast.
Maybe that's why I'm not impressed by those launch titles because I never cared about them.
What did you play on
what else
PlayStation
was
2
on-
then? Like, okay, if you're saying that, what did you play
literally
then?
had the most variety in year one that you could ever ask for in a console. So for you to say you didn't care about like a lot of this shit in this
Hey, run
lineup,
off some titles.
Yeah, run up. But like this, that's the thing. I know the type of games I play. I wouldn't like. There's very specific games I like. Everybody knows that. Like so, like name some PS2 titles.
okay, I got you. But first of all, I'm not gonna let you disrespect NBA Street or
those are huge
SSX
games.
and
I don't know
SSX
what you're
Street.
talking about. Those are
Thank you,
huge
J-Man.
games.
Thank you.
Literally, as a '90s kid, as somebody who
Everybody
grew up
loves
with
those.
EA Big, everybody, BG, you was born in the '90s, bro. I don't know how you didn't grow up or have friends.
Yo,
that
BG
played
had no
those
friends.
games.
That's why. You
Yeah,
already
that
know
shit's
him.
over.
BG had no friends, yo.
No.
Zero
Street.
friends.
Street. They absolutely played. I don't know nobody that played that.
Okay, you bugged
playing
me.
no snowboarding game?
I had both of them.
Both of them. Yes, a snowboarding game that was
I ain't playing no
arcade
damn
style,
snowboarding
street arcade style.
A lot of
Those
people
games
bought
were
that fucking
absolute
game.
classics.
We would play Tony
Tricky's a
Hawk. Like
classic.
Tony Hawk was okay, but we wasn't playing no snowboarding.
What's the difference?
What's
Exactly.
They all
That's-
extreme
that-
sports,
and
yo,
that's
like-
exactly what we said when we played SSX. It was like, oh, this is fucking Tony Hawk on snow. That's exactly what we said when we played that shit. Anyway,
passing on that.
I'm gonna get to the list though, because Tony Hawk was actually in the PS2 first year lineup too. Tony Hawk Pro
Get 'em.
Skater 3. So here we go. We're gonna go down the list real quick. SSX was in the first year for PS2. SSX Tricky we just talked about. NBA Street was in the first
Don't
year.
care.
GTA 3. Tell me you don't care about Grand Theft
That's
Auto
a
2.
banger, of course. Banger.
That was a huge
Absolute
game at the
banger.
time.
Not,
Yeah.
not a single game in PS5's lineup is
Groundbreaking.
fucking with
Groundbreaking.
GTA 3 when it first came out. Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2.
Banger, but arguably I would
didn't like
say
two
I
that
still
much.
preferred Metal Gear Solid 1. I would still say Metal Gear Solid 1 was the better
But
game.
still a banger. And probably
I'll give you
influenced
that.
Last of Us Part 2 with the swap in playable characters and the switch up to shock the fans, right? So
Well,
even
Jimbo
one of
does
your
it again,
favorite games.
baby.
Even one of your favorite games took influence from that, right? So we're talking about cultural, influential games right here, not just things that come
you
out
can't really
just
debate
remakes.
that.
You collecting a lot of
Nah,
dots
but
that are
he's
it's a little bit of a
not
reach.
wrong.
But
He's
go
not wrong.
ahead.
Am I lying?
Go ahead.
Hold on, hold on.
He's not wrong.
We only
you
4
connected-
games in. Am
Alright.
I lying?
You
All
connecting
right,
a lot of
all
dots.
right, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
But hold on.
Okay.
Let's circle back. So pretty
Let's
much
take a break,
BG.
right? We'll take a break. I'm killing this motherfucker.
But look,
take a
BG,
break.
you
Definitely
know
not.
what? I would agree with you if you said, first party. I think we all would pretty much agree because usually PlayStation's first party output, the first year is usually never good. If you're comparing first party to first party, what carried the PS2 at the times of them third party games? Them third party games were crazy. You know what I mean? But like
I would even say the first party was good too, Kofi. That's why I was going to ask you that question. I said in the DMs. I think we slept on
Okay.
the first party for PS2 as
Sorry,
well.
so what's the first party?
But
what's the
keep
first
going,
party?
keep going. 'Cause
What's the
I'm
first
gonna
party?
keep going.
So far,
And
there's 2 games. I'm
What's the
giving you
first
2
party?
games so far.
You giving me 2 games. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll tell you which ones are first party or what was classified as first party back then. So I left off at Metal Gear Solid 2. Gran Turismo 3. Now,
That's
BG,
a
we
big
all
game.
know you
That's a
can't
big game.
drive. We all know
I'm not
you
playing.
can't
I'm
drive.
not. Listen, I don't give a damn about
That was
no
a big
racing
game.
in a circle
Listen,
game. I don't.
that was a
I
big
don't
game.
give
That was
a
a
damn
big
about
game.
none
Okay.
of those games.
Cool.
If
Gran
it's not a
Turismo-
kart racer with some missiles or some bombs, I don't care about it.
Gran Turismo 3 literally like the best Gran Turismo game created. Period. Like that's like signified as one of the best racing games of all time, right there.
I'll fight with
simulation
you
racers.
about 2. I think 2 is really close, but we'll talk
Okay.
about that
Yeah,
later.
I don't
But
care about
understand what
Gran
I
Snow
understood
Turismo. I
what
don't
that
care.
game did in my household. My brother was a big fan of Gran Turismo and put probably hundreds of hours in that game. But we're gonna go to the next one. Devil May
Sure.
Cry 1. Listen,
Eh.
say what say no, it ain't no Say what you want about God of War, but where did the influence come from? BG? Where did the influence of God of War come
I'm not
from?
giving these game points for influence.
All right, so why don't
You
BG
you don't even have
get to
You don't even have
say his
to.
case?
That's
then?
a
Why-
fantastic game. That's a
I'm
great
not.
game.
Jamie.
I'm not ignoring that. But I'm saying if I'm evaluating these games like for being launch games, I'm not gonna give them extra points
So
because they
what do you
influence games
rate
later.
it off of? What are you rating it off
I'm
of?
just off the game itself. Just
By
off
today's
of
standard or by back then?
the merits of the games at the time when they came out.
Okay.
All right, so what's your case,
It
BG,
reviewed well.
for
It
Jamie?
reviewed
Then
well.
let's hear BG's
I mean,
case.
no.
Because you know you can list.
I'm not
You know you
even
can list.
halfway through my list.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
I'm giving him 2.5
I'm
games because
cooking this guy.
We're not gonna sit here.
I like
We ain't
Devil-
gonna sit here and list all the PS2
no, I'm
games.
gonna go
We ain't gonna do
I'm
that.
gonna go
We ain't gonna do that.
fast.
We ain't gonna do
Go
that.
ahead.
We ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna go fast.
Run 'em
Final
off.
Fantasy 10. Final Fantasy 10. Right?
Arguably 9 was
Okay.
better. Go ahead.
Okay. Twisted Metal Black. Say that was whack. Say it was whack. I dare you.
Fire.
That's the best
I
one.
dare you. Okay.
the best
Destruction
fire.
All Stars tried to be Final Fantasy Black. I mean Twisted Metal Black. Couldn't. Eco. Great
I never
game.
liked Eco.
Okay.
All right.
Jack and Dexter. Say it was trash.
Fire.
This
And-
all came in
and
the
that was
first year.
party. That was a first party exclusive, and Eco
First
was a
year?
first party exclusive, and Twisted Metal Black was the first party exclusive, and Gran Turismo 3 was the first party exclusive.
Like I said, don't care
Next,
about
BG
Silent
BG.
Hill 2. Say it was
that. Never
trash.
liked Silent Hill. Never liked
You were
Silent
scared.
Hill.
That's
Yo,
why,
he
right?
just-
I remember on one podcast you
I
said
never
you were
liked
scared of
Silent
Silent Hill. You were scared of
never liked
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill.
You were scared of
The
Silent
first
Hill.
one,
You
yeah.
never played it.
So I never played one after.
Yeah, exactly. Punk ass. Anyway, next. Onimusha Warlords. Say it was trash because you bought the PC version when it came out.
Yeah, Onimusha was great.
Yo, this guy really came with a sheet of paper of the list of
Dark-
games, bro. Like,
Dark Cloud, which was made by Level 5, which
Never
at
cared
that
about
time
Dark Cloud.
PlayStation
Never
was
cared about
partnered with Level 5, so that's considered a first-party exclusive. Dark Cloud was on that list as well.
Only Dark Cloud I know is the light-skinned nigga around here. I don't know.
And where do you think
I
he
don't
got
know
his
nothing
name
about that
from?
game.
And where do you think he
Yeah.
got his name
Yeah,
from?
pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the game though. I don't care about it.
And I'm gonna list these quick. Ace Combat 4, Madden 01,
Trash.
02, Resident Evil Code
Yeah.
Veronica X, Max Payne 1,
Yeah.
Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore, Tekken Tag
Hard.
Tournament, Ready to Rumble, and Half-Life 1.
I think you made your
Now
case.
say-
I think you made your
Now
case.
say PS5
I'm
first year was
taking-
better.
I'm
think you
taking
made it
PS5 over that. I'm taking PS5 over that. All of that. I'm taking PS5 over all that.
Are you
Absolutely.
stupid? Oh my God!
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why I call him Bonehead BG.
Y'all
I
see,
just
y'all
listed
are
20 fucking games, bro.
Y'all are
20
suffering
games.
over grand nostalgia. Y'all are suffering from grand nostalgia. Yeah, those. Like,
Okay,
listen,
just like you
honestly,
with just like you
those
with
games
Demon
were
Souls.
highly rated when they-
Demon
they were
Souls is
highly
a
rated when they
remake.
came out.
Demon
Okay.
Souls is a remake 1-to-1, and you're gonna add that to your PS5
it's not
list,
one.
right?
It's not 1-to-1, but
It's
What's
not
different?
1-to-1.
Jimmy, stop.
Oh
Jimmy,
my
stop. Jimmy, stop.
God.
Tell me what's
It's not.
different.
But-
Tell me what's different.
I've literally laid this out to Bond already. I'm not about to do this and kill another like 10 minutes about this. It's
Who?
not a 1-to-1 game.
What is the one thing that's not 1-to-1 about it? Give me one thing.
my
Bro,
God.
I'm not about to
I
do
know
this.
they
I'm not
changed
about
the
to do this.
movie.
I've
Give me
literally
one thing.
listed this out on Weapon Wheel already. The differences between the
Nobody
original
watches
and the
this
remake.
podcast.
Are they
What is
visual
the
different?
difference?
Are they
Plenty of
visual
people watch it,
differences?
actually.
Are they mostly
No,
visual
it's
differences?
actual gameplay and mechanical.
Give me one. Oh, okay, gameplay and mechanical, but everything from beat to beat is the same as the exact first one, right? So they literally copy and pasted it and updated it to modern standard, right?
Yeah, it's not just visual though.
Okay,
People try to make
okay,
it seem
okay.
like it's just visual when it's not.
Okay. You just got
Alright.
killed, bro. It's over. It's
All
Like
right,
I said,
I'm
I'm taking the PS5 launch year over that.
okay.
Like
let me hear your PS5 list.
Can I?
though.
No.
Real
Can I
quick.
just?
'Cause
Let's speed this up.
Okay,
Let's speed
go
this up. Let's speed this up, y'all. All right, so BG, you heard them list down all these games off this debate that y'all having. But all right, so what's the games that are on the PS5 currently that you're saying that smokes the PS2 right now? Can you just tell us those games?
The
real
4 or
quick?
5 games. Yeah, the 4 or 5 games on PS5.
Like
I've
what? Like what?
enjoyed more than those. I'll take Demon Souls, Spider-Man, Returnal. We're about to get Ratchet.
Over everything,
And I'll
over
even take
everything,
like-
J-Man list.
That's exactly.
Over
Pretty
everything,
much,
J-Man.
because I didn't care about most of those games.
Okay,
Almost
well,
those- he
that's
named
his
like
opinion.
he named like 3 or 4.5 bangers, right? But I'm still taking what we get today over what we got
Hey.
back then.
How old were you in 2001 or whenever this list is? How old
I was
were you?
11.
11, and he didn't
That's
care about.
crazy. You ain't fuck with GTA, and that's crazy, bro.
Not even SSX.
No, I
Urban
love
Street?
GTA, bro.
Oh my
I love
God.
GTA was one of the
Hey,
bangers.
no,
It's most
I
of
would
the
say-
other ones. I didn't care about those.
I would say, you
J-Man,
know,
what about the bouncer?
J-Man came with the heat. I would say,
I
look,
didn't
you
even
know
put that on
what?
the list.
I had the bouncer. I had the
But
It's
I
not
would
like
say,
you
I
got
would
to put it on the
say,
list.
we could give the PS5 its flowers, but it's probably not number one. Maybe it's number 2. I think we could say maybe
And
it's
that's
number 2.
and that was my biggest point. Like PS5 year one is not done. So if he said like so far PS5 is beating any other PlayStation launch, any PlayStation lineup, he has a point there. He has a point because PS2 didn't start getting a lot of these games until the latter of 2001. But he said it's already beaten year one of PS2, and I'm like, huh? So that's why I had to get the list together because it's crazy. And like I said, first party wise, they were still doing things first party that were great. And it's even debatable if you can count a lot of the PlayStation games as first party because Jack, if I was to ask you what Returnal is, what would you say?
I don't know what you say.
If I was to ask you what Returnal is in terms
it
of
second party?
What is
Second
it?
party, right?
Yeah, second party. Yeah.
Exactly, my point. The first party games I listed, only one of those was second party, and that was Dark Cloud. Everything
All right,
else
so-
was internal.
If you wanted to include third party, you could, like Resident Evil 8. Like I love that game. So
Absolutely.
there's plenty. I don't play third party on PlayStation. But if you wanted to include those, yeah, I'm taking all of that over what the PS2 did. I've just never been impressed by first year PlayStation launches or exclusive or for the whole year. All of them has been mid to me. for the most part.
That's crazy.
You know what?
You literally in denial right now.
Let's move on to the next topic, but let's let the chat decide. How about that? You know what I mean? Y'all heard J Main's points. Y'all heard BG's points.
W Mains in the chat.
So you know what I mean? Who got this W, BG or J Main? Let's just do that and let's keep moving to the next topic.
My points is simply the games I like. I don't care about what nobody else says. It's what I like, so that's what I think is better.
It seemed like you would have been playing most of them games back then, though, BG. That's what I'm trying to figure out how.
Exactly, like
them your type of games, bro.
Who wasn't playing sports games, platformers, and fucking RPGs in that PS2
I'm pretty
era?
sure you was checking for all them.
Who wasn't playing those?
Do y'all see me play sports games now? Maybe I bought one Madden like maybe five years ago. When do y'all see me?
We got a winner, man.
But look, we talking about
I think we got a winner, man. I think we got a winner.
Exactly. He bought the sequel to Playgrounds. What the fuck was you ain't playing NBA Street? What are you saying, BG?
I didn't buy that.
Exactly.
I didn't buy that.
I don't care. You played it, motherfucker.
I got a code for it.
You played it, but you didn't play NBA Street. NBA Street 1 wipes the floor with Playgrounds. It ain't even close.
I'm sure it does.
It ain't even close.
And I still only played NBA Playground for a few hours. I didn't play it that much.
And you streamed it and everything. Man, get you out of here. Cat, bro.
J May. I think J May made his case.
I got to get that one to J May. I'm sorry.
We're gonna give it to J May. And the chat.
Can't believe we witnessed a murder on this podcast.
Murder.
Right. That's what whatever makes y'all feel better.
You hate to see it.
Whatever makes y'all feel better. I'm taking PS5 launch all day over it, man. Still not changing.
You could be wrong. You just gotta shut the fuck up and be wrong.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Battlefield 2042. We got a reveal trailer. I think there was a whole controversy too on the timeline because they doing countdowns of this whole reveal trailer, and they just showed an in-game engine. Yeah, those reveals sucked. I guess for the Battlefield fans, they'll probably get hyped for it. I'm not super huge into Battlefield at all, so the trailer did really not much for me. Let's hear from Dealer Gamer. What did you think of the trailer, and are you excited for Battlefield 2042?
That shit looked like every Battlefield trailer. I mean, of course, they're masters of trailers. Like, I want to see the damn game and what it's actually going to look like. And I also don't like the fact that it's not only launching at $70, right? And you get the best version on PC for $10 cheaper, but you've got 7 maps. You've then got a day one battle pass DLC and no campaign. And that's people are defending that. I don't understand that.
I agree.
That's the only thing I can fucking think about it with the game. I'm a big Battlefield game fan, but that's what comes to mind when I think about Battlefield, and that's a problem. I want to be hyped for the game. I want to enjoy the game. I've been waiting for a modern day Battlefield, or this is future, but close enough. Way better than fucking using sticks and shit we was using the last game. This looks good, but right now it's marred by this until they kind of clarify some things and show some gameplay.
Okay.
Yo, BG, don't be coming over here blocking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm blocked him. I'm blocked him.
Y'all got a lot of butthurt niggas in y'all chat, so I have to mock these niggas.
Are you butthurt?
It ain't a blockable because don't come over here blocking motherfuckers.
On this podcast, so I gotta slap these niggas sometimes.
Nah. He said you mad. He said BD mad.
My opinions. Listen, one thing these niggas gonna know. Let me say one thing. One thing these niggas gonna know. If y'all ain't know already, I stand by my opinions. Nobody can rattle me off what I think or nothing like that. Y'all gonna go, oh, BG man. No, nigga, I just stand by what I say. Y'all should know this already. I don't care how many people against it. I stand by what I say. I said what I said.
They got the right to. They ain't calling you out your name or nothing like that, bro. He just called you mad. Motherfuckers say we mad all the time over here. We don't block motherfuckers for that, bro.
Yeah. People say that all the time. You don't have to block. No one get blocked.
Before I call them, they dickheads. I don't care.
This guy's a bullshit.
Y'all don't know me by now.
It's very simple.
Niggas don't know me by now, man. Continue. I'm not gonna disrupt.
If you stood by your opinions, then you wouldn't have gotten mad when he said that.
I was never mad.
Because if you're not mad, then why did you get?
I was never mad. I go off on people all the time. I love stomping dickheads. It's my favorite hobby. I love stomping on these niggas. I love stomping on these niggas.
That's how you got banned from Twitch. You gotta stop.
Anyways, back to the topic.
I don't even stream on Twitch. The one thing about me, I'm gonna say what I say. I don't care about the consequences. I don't give a fuck. I got banned on Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch. I'm gonna let these niggas know how I feel. That dude was a dick sucker, so I banned him. He can continue sucking dicks. Continue.
Okay.
Battlefield. Back to Battlefield. Back to Battlefield, Alex. Back to Battlefield.
So I'm a huge Battlefield fan. I love Bad Company. I love 2042. I'm a little drunk. Just put it wrong. I'm sorry. And that trailer gave me a lot of Battlefield 3 vibes. Really big Battlefield 3 vibes. I was very happy for it. I'm going to agree with you though. There's no reason the game should be $70 at all. And PC going to win again, $60 on PC, but even then that game isn't even worth $60 from what they're doing with the battle pass, microtransactions, all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
So I was very excited about that game because I was like, oh, finally a Battlefield game I can get back into. But then the periphery around it, I'm just going to stick with CSGO. I'm just like, there it is.
Like something that people are saying too, that, well, inflation and all this shit, right? The market's bigger than it's ever been, right? That counterbalances a bit.
I
But
think the
you've also
inflation
got
argument is bullshit.
microtransactions and DLC alone making billions off this shit. Look at their books. They don't need to raise the price. They just want to fuck you a little harder.
We can even create the argument that inflation is a non-factor simply due to the fact that cartridges aren't being used anymore. We're pressing discs. A lot of
Selling
the
a product that
logistical
doesn't
data
exist essentially, right? It's bits on
exactly
a server.
Logistical data is no longer a problem since we are now much better with shipping across the board. We're not having to add extra chips into cartridges. Things are going up on servers. You're still paying full price for a game that doesn't have a box, a manual, anything extra inside of it, and then you're still paying the same prices as you would before. They are literally doing everything they can to squeeze every penny out of you instead of giving you a good product in the first place. And then battle passes, loot boxes, microtransactions on top of that. The fact that these companies literally have offshore bank accounts so they can have tax-free havens and have billions of dollars saved up in them to then still come back and charge you $60 or even $10 more per game is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, these guys already pretty much jumped into it, like what Dealer said. Also the controversy beside the reveal trailer was that the game is a only multiplayer, no campaign.
Yes.
7 maps. They're gonna be huge maps. 128 players confirmed. 64 players on previous gen. I don't know if there's any facts that I'm missing, J-Main. If you can help me from the bulletin points or any other facts.
I got you.
We know that's the case. The next gen version is gonna be $69.99, $89.99 Canadian. Obviously, it's gonna have deluxe and ultimate editions and stuff like that. So people are looking at this and they're like, "Damn, man, multiplayer only game worth that, for $70." I know it's Battlefield's a big name, and I'm pretty sure it's still gonna perform really well. But with games like, I guess people are questioning it with games like Warzone out there and other free to plays like Apex and stuff like that, where lets you in the door for these kind of experiences for free. People, I guess, it got some people thinking, they're like, maybe why is Battlefield not taking that kind of approach? And what do you think about that, Dealer? Do you think how this Battlefield is sounding? Does it sound like it should have been a free to play, a free entry?
I don't know how many. That's a good question because you're right. That's There's other games with giant maps that do kind of what it's doing for free. I think that it will offer a unique experience, and I don't know how many guns are in the game or anything like that or all that, but the maps, people are trying to justify no campaign for the maps. Even if, I don't care if the maps, continent, if you played Armored Kill, like on the previous Battlefields, it's the DLC. I mean, the map size does not make a better game, right? It doesn't even mean you'll see a quarter of that map. You're going to find similar flanks and kind of take similar routes, and I would just rather have more varied environments, snow, beach, jungle, take me to a different place more often. But the battle pass is there as well. So you're right. They do have the microtransactions. Apparently, they got the day one battle pass on top of the full inflated price. They don't support smart delivery, to my knowledge, as well. So that means your previous gen version doesn't upgrade for free. Again, you'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. And I thought this new CEO from EA, I thought she would kind of wrangle things in, right? And this chick said, "Fuck it, get their money." Right? She's more savage than the previous guy. So she really took him back a ways, in my opinion. According to this game, they had a longer development cycle than ever. And I know there's COVID and stuff, but this was the plan, right? So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. You're right, though. Free-to-play games do a lot of this for free.
Yeah, well, I guess that's how the lens how a lot of people are seeing it. Also, we got like big Battlefield fans, like we got Hard 8 in the chat, and he's a big Battlefield fan. He plays the game. He puts hundreds of hours in it. So I could see people who play these games, for hours and hours upon end, being like, maybe this is worth it to them. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll drop the money. I think this one will just vary between, individual when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Like, people who don't put that much time in the multiplayers. Yeah, don't put that much time in multiplayers might look at this and be like, yo, it might not be worth it for them per se, but for people who probably spend like hundreds of hours playing, Battlefield multiplayer, then maybe they'll easily be down to throw the $70 or
do we know if they're gonna have private servers for this?
For it, so I have no idea.
But
J-Man,
I'm pretty sure.
J-Man, what were you trying to say though?
No, I was gonna say like I think they'll be fine at $70 ultimately because this is what people play Battlefield for, and if you ask me, at least personally, there's no experience multiplayer wise like Battlefield, like period. And what they're gonna do with this game, or increasing the map size and making it 128 players, I always say like in terms of like what I call a Battlefield is a cinematic multiplayer game, because when you're in that moment, it's like you feel like you're in a movie because everything is going on around you. Things are fucking, destruction is going on. Tanks are going by, jets and helicopters and freaking, cars and people on the ground. Like shit is just happening all over the place. And I don't think you can get an experience like that elsewhere. But for me personally, I am a little bit disappointed in it not having a campaign, just because I enjoyed the campaigns in war shooters. I said the same thing for Call of Duty when they did it with Black Ops 4. And I said the same thing with, I know this is not a war shooter, but Last of Us 2, when they took out factions. Like, don't charge me more or come out with a sequel that takes away something that I like and try to sell it to me like less than what it was before. Because I'm gonna have a problem with that all the time. So for them to come out with this at $70, how will that battle pass be? Will they be able to keep up with the content to keep people satisfied with it only being multiplayer? Will they have a battle royale mode? I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I know people like it. And stuff like that. Like just how will they keep the game fresh at $70 for people to be satisfied? But from what I saw, like there's no gameplay in that trailer.
Can't really
but there
judge. You can't really judge, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like concept gameplay almost. It's like cinematic stuff. Like you can clearly tell that you're going to be able to use the robot dogs. You can clearly tell you're going to be able to take down huge walls in order to expose the enemy defenses. You clearly tell you're going to be able to jump out of planes like in previous Battlefields, take out a jet, and then hop right back in your jet. You know what I'm saying? You could clearly tell stuff like that. And so that's what you can see from that. But it's like, that whole reveal was just bullshit, and the countdown, and you count down to a whole nother video that you had to click on, and you click on that video, you watch this trailer, and then like come back Sunday to watch the gameplay reveal. It's like, that's dumb as hell. One of the worst reveals I've ever seen.
All right, BG, get your shit off before I ask another question.
So first about the reveal definitely was trash. And you had a lot of people who don't know shit because they, don't actually play games. Telling me I'm crazy for expecting gameplay in a reveal trailer, and they apparently don't realize that Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 reveal trailer had gameplay. I don't remember about Battlefield 1 and 5, but those could have had gameplay in the reveal trailer also, but everybody thinks I'm insane. No, I'm not insane. Y'all just don't play games. So yeah, I was very upset about the reveal trailer. As far as the pricing goes, I already pre-ordered it on PC. I got the $110 edition.
Damn.
Because everybody knows I love Battlefield. I've been waiting on Battlefield for a very long time because it honestly goes past Battlefield 5 and 1. I didn't like Battlefield 5. I love Battlefield 1. Hardline was trash, as we know. But really, we've been waiting for a Battlefield, modern Battlefield, since 3. So yes, I'm extremely excited about the game, and I dropped 110 proudly, and I have no problem with that on PC. As far as the $70 go, listen, as far as my thing on $70 games is, it's not that I think people should want to pay $70. For me, it's just that I want to play the games I want to play more than I don't want to play, more than I don't want to pay $70. So my desire to play the game is much higher than my desire to not pay $70. So I'm always gonna pay. I don't give a fuck what you think, Alex. I'm paying for my entertainment.
No, it's not what I think. You're literally telling everybody you're a mark.
No, I'm telling everybody that I have fucking money and I can choose how the fuck I want to spend it.
You wanted
That's what it is.
BG. Why you let us do that?
He set you
That's
up.
So
that's what it is.
does that fall under tax bracket?
Okay, so I'm spending the money how I want to spend it. Okay, so and that's that. I'm okay if people want to wait for. If you want to wait for a price drop on a game, wait for a price drop. I'm not shaming you for that. But don't go around telling other people. Go ahead.
Can we agree though that the next gen versions is a finesse though? That one's low key a finesse. Can we agree at least that $10? Because that extra $10 that you pay for, and the PC version is gonna be the superior version. That's gonna have all the features and even more bells and whistles. Is at a reduced price. So my question is, the next gen version, that $10 that we're paying for the next gen version, what is it for? That's my question though. What is that extra $10 for, bro?
Well, they know
exactly, because they can.
Because
they can. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I already said my piece how I feel about these $70 games. You know, in the end of the day, it is what it is. That's what it's moving. Now, as a consumer, you just got to be more selective. Like me, I don't like it. If you ask me personally, what do I feel about it? Because that means games cost over $100 over here in Canada, right? When you after tax when you buy a game, and obviously, if you're gonna raise the price of games, and as a person who buys a lot of fucking games, I'm not gonna like it. But it's just crazy to sit back and watch that, like, you know, the superior version of, you know, Battlefield is gonna be on PC, and that.
So you're not buying any games at $70, right?
I never said that. Did you hear what I said? Can you repeat
No,
what I said?
but you hold on.
I said I don't
Twitter
like
the
it.
other
I
day.
said I don't.
On
Go
Twitter,
ahead.
yeah, on Twitter the other day, everybody that was complaining about games being cross-gen, you said, "Oh, and I expect y'all to not support the next God of War or Horizon because they're cross-gen games."
But what did I just say? What did I just say, Jamie?
What did you say?
I said I'm going to be more selective when I buy my games, and that's what I've been. I haven't bought Mass Effect.
More
I haven't bought
selective?
I think so. I want because I got
Kofi, you just posted a picture with 10 PS5 games. What are you talking about?
So what? So
They're
what?
selective?
And that
Selective?
for me it is.
Has been acting
For me,
fraud
it is.
lately.
For me, it is.
Come on, get out of here, dog.
That is for me. That is for me.
Come on, stop.
Let me
How
look
is
at
that
it.
What do you
selective?
mean I was
Be
not
right
for
there,
me?
man.
It is for me though.
Kofi used to buy every fucking thing. So
That is every fucking
That
game.
is it.
PS5 made
How?
a handful of
How's that
games.
every game?
Bro,
How?
PS5 don't
How?
got that many games. Bro, as far as the games that we
I
all play
I
and that
posted.
you like,
I
that's all of them.
posted 6 PlayStation
That's
games, bro.
all of them. Bro, you bought Final Fantasy Remake Integrate. You bought Ratchet and Clank Returnal.
So?
Destruction All-Stars, nigga, you don't even play that. Why you have it?
I have a reason. I have a reason for it because that shit's gonna go up.
Did you even
that shit
put
gonna go up?
Glenful into the console? What are you talking about? So
I didn't even know Destruction All Stars had physical copies.
Oh my
I'm gonna be real with
exactly.
you.
How the fuck did you find that?
That is hilarious.
That's
How
what I'm
much did you
saying.
pay for that?
Exactly.
They dropped the
I
price
paid
to
20.
$20
I
over
paid
here. How many-
$20. I paid $20,
God.
and there's a reason why I paid $20 for it because I'm holding it and I'm not opening that because that's just gonna be worth some money one day. You gonna see.
It's gonna be
It's
worth
gonna be
They
worth
just
some
put
money
content.
someday, man.
Never
It's
go to
gonna be
the
worth some
burnt
money
bologna
someday,
sandwich,
man.
dog. What are you talking about?
It's gonna be worth some money
Is
one day. You
worthless.
watch. I respect.
Yo, very
Yeah,
selective Kofi got gone for. He ain't even pop that shit in.
But that's what I'm saying. But like,
even pop that in.
there's so many other games that you would expect me. If you list a whole bunch of other games, I would have bought. Once upon a time, I would have bought. I haven't bought. Like I said, I haven't bought Mass Effect. I didn't end up buying Guilty Gear. I didn't end up buying a whole bunch of games that you would expect someone. What does BG say? Kofi buys everything. I haven't bought them games, so I'm only gonna be buying certain games that I really fuck with. At that price point,
That Destruction All Stars is crazy. You need to take that back.
Godfall is crazy.
No.
Yeah,
You mark it down. Y'all mark it down.
Did you
Y'all mark it down?
Godfall into your
Y'all-
console, bro?
I actually did.
you pop it?
I bought it at launch,
Okay.
sir. I bought it at launch, sir.
You beat it?
Just
You
tell
beat
this
it?
man you
It's
got
trash.
money and
It's
shut his
trash.
ass
You beat
up.
it?
Nah,
You beat
it's
it?
trash. It's trash.
No,
So I
because
stopped playing.
Kofi was
Stop
talking hot
playing.
shit on
Stop
the
your
line.
So what?
He was
Okay,
talking
so
hot
what I'm
shit
saying.
on
All right,
the
so
line
let's. All
about
right, pull up.
people
Be
not
David trying to pull
supporting
up.
stuff
Okay.
that they have problems with. And everybody
What
knows
did
that's
I
bullshit
say?
because you
What
can
did I
have
say?
problems with
What did I
something and
say?
still support it.
What did I say?
You said
What I
you
say?
said since y'all have a problem with God of War and Horizon being
So
cross-gen, I expect y'all to not support
okay.
it.
So you know what we're doing? All right. So now we're taking funny tweets and like funny troll tweets and
That
going
was funny
funny
tweets, right?
Oh,
That was funny tweets.
how many likes did it get?
You see?
First of all,
Dealer, you got your drink.
Yo, okay, hold on.
Yeah,
First of all,
hold
on. This tweet literally got fucking more likes and views than J-Main's whole life that he's ever seen. He's trying to pull up on me and talk about some shit. That's a funny tweet. So it's over like. So you know what? So you know what I mean?
Shit.
So all right. So J-Man, so you need to sit down. So J-Man, you need to sit down. J-Man, you need to sit down. You need to sit down somewhere and relax. And relax. That one tweet got more likes than views than this man has ever seen in his fucking life. So he needs to sit down and relax. Okay?
Kofi, I have tweets with thousands of likes. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We're not talking about like. I'm talking about them
say it.
YouTube shit. So listen to this.
Nigga, how you comparing YouTube to Twitter? Are you dumb?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So I need you to relax.
You have a whole podcast on your channel.
I need you to relax. I'm just saying, you need to relax. I'm just saying, you need to relax.
Nigga, I'm calling
You need to calm down and relax.
I'm not gonna
You know what I mean?
relax.
So don't look at no tweets, and you know I be trolling.
Four niggas that's
You
more
know,
entertaining
you
than
know,
you.
yo,
If
you
you
know.
want to keep it 1,000. So do not come at me. Do not come at me.
J-Man.
Do not come at me.
J-Man.
Do
This
not
how
come
you
at
act
me,
in front of
bro.
guests? I wasn't
5
professional.
years, baby. 5 years. Yes, sir. 5 years.
We can go there.
5
We
years.
can go there.
We definitely can go there. We definitely can go there.
Yeah.
I love
This would
it.
never happen on a weapon wheel.
This would never happen on Weapon Wheel. Pathetic, sad. BG did say act your income over the screaming.
He did?
I did.
He
So
did?
we-
He
He
did?
said, mind your business. He said, mind your business.
He did say also mind your business. So if you're keeping track at home, mind your business, act your income, Sony exclusives, Last of Us, and wait for a price drop is what we've gotten so far.
Damn. How much more for bingo, man? We close, right?
I got 2 more for bingo, but I feel like we're going to keep going in that direction. So BJ, why do you think these companies are charging us $10 more?
To get more money.
Great. Perfect. So I do understand that, right? However, though, when we were talking about like people being upset for paying $10 more, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. They're very simple yes or no questions, right? Do the games, or do you feel that the games coming out in the future that will be $70, or even some of them now that are $70, do they still have battle passes?
The multiplayer games, $70. I'm not sure. I don't.
Battlefield is one of them.
Some of them.
Yes.
Some of them.
So
Yeah.
yes,
Battlefield will.
Battle passes, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that they will still be having microtransactions?
Of course, they ain't going nowhere.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you feel that they'll still be having loot boxes?
Well, I haven't seen any loot boxes in games recently, but microtransactions.
Do you
definitely.
think? Do you think? Yes.
Loot boxes? No, I don't. The industry has strayed away from loot boxes. Microtransactions are here to stay, but I think loot boxes are kind of done and
Cosmetic
gone.
loot boxes. They
Or
have-
cosmetic loot boxes?
Yeah, they still got those.
I
You think
haven't
that
really
will
seen
still
loot
be
boxes in games recently. What
It's
game still has
games?
loot boxes?
Star Wars
Overwatch.
Battlefront?
Yeah,
Overwatch.
there hasn't really been.
Well,
many
I'm
big
saying
games
new
released.
game. Like what
Oh,
new
new
game
game,
has had a loot
Okay,
box?
okay.
Like,
So we'll remove the loot box thing then, but microtransactions, battle passes, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
When we're talking about also the game itself, do you feel that there is a great leap in between last gen and this gen, either visually, gameplay wise, or something else to warrant that extra $10?
I don't think anything necessary. See, it's hard to quantify, like how to translate $10 into quality. Right?
I'm not asking
Like,
that. I'm not asking about
it's
quantifying the
irrelevant.
$10. I'm not asking quantifying the $10. I'm asking, do you think there is a big enough leap, visually or gameplay wise, between last gen and this gen?
Oh.
No. So then, if we're still getting microtransactions, if we're still getting battle passes, if the leap is not big enough to warrant that, why are they charging us more money?
I told you the first answer is because they want more money.
Right.
He answered.
So then,
he
why
answered.
would you be okay with that, with paying more and literally getting
He's
less?
literally he's literally saying it's
I-
my money,
He dropped
bro. He's
120.
literally just saying
I
it. He's
care.
saying it's my money, bro.
I care.
He doesn't care.
I care about my entertainment. That's it. Like it doesn't matter to me what else are the parameters of me getting the if I feel the entertainment, see, and I'm avoiding certain words, if I feel the entertainment is worth it, right? And I evaluate it to be this game that I think is worthy of my money, then I'm going to buy it. I don't care whether it's $10 more, because like how exactly do you quantify $10? Like the difference of $10 in a game? Because I've seen a lot of people say, oh, okay, I would buy certain games for $60, but I would never buy a game for $70, which is weird because it's like, so the difference of $10 is like your hard stop. When you think about $10 is not a lot of money. So $60 you would do, but $70 is like a hard stop.
You know why? It's a slippery slope.
Possible.
I mean,
it's a slippery. It's
$60. You just don't get it on next gen consoles, right? They're only fucking the next gen guys, so the quality and all that stuff really matters because you got the more higher quality version of the game that's cheaper. Yeah, so they're again like. It's just fucked up. They're doing fucked up shit. That's the moral story.
It's double the player count on next gen as well, though. Y'all can't.
But it's double the player count on PC too, and it's 120 players.
But y'all, like y'all say, everybody ain't got a PC. So I mean, what we talking about?
You're the only one who doesn't, Jack.
Here's the thing. I agree. CEOs are just trying to line their pockets and line the companies. I would disagree with that. I just don't really care.
So okay, here's my other question. Right? Many.
I think you should care. Even
immediately.
I think you should care, but like, even though if it's in the end of the day, look, like I said, everyone's gonna buy what they want.
You're gonna buy what you want.
You're gonna buy what you want, whatever it is. We all have that one game that we're gonna throw this money at it if it comes out at that price. But I'm just saying, I think it's just the acknowledgement that like, okay, we getting fucked at least. Like, damn, like it sounds like for you, BG, you can't even acknowledge that. Like, not acknowledge that, like, at least you're getting fucked. Like you're being fucked with that shit though. At least in this Battlefield situation, in my personal opinion, I feel like it is.
First of all, bro, like there is I know like gamers' voices matters, vote with your wallet. We've been able to change certain things, right? But by doing that, right? But most things, like, okay, $70 games, the industry is adopting it. It's not about to revert back.
Yeah.
At least not this gen. Okay, that's not changing this gen. So
it's not gonna go back ever. If they price it at that, it's only gonna go up.
All the top selling games are $70. Like,
and I don't want to wait to play the games I want to play, so I'm just gonna buy them for whatever price they are at launch. It is what it is. We all like I said, we all have a game. We all have a price. There is like I know like okay, there's cheapos like shout out to Meds. Meds says there's no game he would buy for $70. He would never even buy a game for $60. But there are but most people, there is at least one game that is so beloved to them that if they dangled it in front of you for $70, you are buying it. I don't care what you say.
Absolutely.
Facts.
The issue is the issue is this: how many times having that happen to you and getting burned are you going to let continue to happen to you? Because it happened to me. It happened to me with Cyberpunk, and it's never going to happen again.
Well, I tried
because Cyberpunk was it, right. So,
don't get this guy
the thing is this, right? The thing is this, right? The issue is that they are betting that you are more impatient and that you're more of a mark to buy the $70 than to wait the 3 weeks when it drops to $40 right after. Because this isn't like $70 is adopted. Because if it was truly going to be adopted for $70, those price drops wouldn't happen so quickly after the game is released. Because not 3 to 4 weeks later, those games are $40 or less.
I don't know, but the PlayStation 5 games that are $70 have not been really dropping like that.
Look at MLB The Show. Even on Xbox, it was like the top selling game at $70.
Well, nothing else to play right now. Let's be real.
No, that's true.
Yeah, no, it's a wrap for that. It's like I think when it comes to the $70 thing, I think it's a wrap for that. The industry already, put their foot, dipped their foot in that, and they're seeing that they're getting away with it. Look, there's outrage in the online community, but you probably could imagine that it probably doesn't extend to the casuals because, like Jack said, some of these games are still, topping up charts. What was priced at? What was MLB? MLB was not
70,
70, right? So that was one of the best-selling games on.
I think the regular Xbox
NPD was number one on NPD.
Yeah, it was number one on NPD. It's saying that it did incredibly well even on Xbox too as well. Like a lot of people ended up buying that game.
Yeah, the last gen version was 60 and then the next gen version was 70, right? And
the
last gen version was the highest.
At this point, there's no going back. So if people thinking like there's a going back, there's no going back. So just as a consumer, like I said, I was trying to just say, you just got to be a little bit like, all right, maybe this game I might just chill on this game for a bit. There's some games that I might used to buy that maybe I could chill on this. Like, yo, we won't buy something else. As a consumer, now you just gotta be more selective about it. That's like my approach. At first, when this shit announced, you have to understand, and where I'm from, our shit is up. Our shit costs a lot for a single piece of game, and as someone who buys a lot of games, it's obviously when I see that shit, it's gonna trigger me. Like, what else should my reaction be? Just like, oh, I'm happy to pay more. No, that's never gonna be my reaction. My reaction is gonna be like, yo, damn, that fucking sucks, and I have to pay over $100 a game. Like, for the past past decade here in Canada, like, I swear, we have seen so many price hikes in gaming. Like, it went from 69 to 79. Now it's at 89. So obviously, me seeing this shit, I'm gonna be upset. That's just a normal reaction.
Australia's another example. Yeah, they're paying over $100 for a game.
Yeah, that's obviously gonna be a normal reaction for me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Gaming's still my hobby, and like BJ said, like, yo, there's gonna be a game that like Ratchet gonna come out, God of War is gonna come out. It's gonna be one of those games that, like, obviously I'm gonna cough up to $70 because at this point we really have. If you want to play it day one, we have no choice unless you're gonna wait. And you know, I ain't gonna wait. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna wait. So
but why not? Why wouldn't you wait?
Well, listen, PlayStation put those day
really
one $70 games on sale, and it was $60. Like, that ain't shit.
Because I want to play a game now.
Okay,
6 months later.
But here's the thing: the game's always gonna be there. It's never gonna go away.
Yeah, and it's here now.
What?
Okay,
it's here now.
You know what? But look at our positions too. Now we kind of set up, all of us. You know, me, J Main, Jag, BG, Dealer, all of us. Besides you, because since you only play on PC, but we kind of set ourselves up in a position as content creators too. So, you know, I mean, we kind of like, yo, it is what it is. We want to play some of these games.
No, but that's not your responsibility.
They first drop too. No, but especially if you're interested in it and you want to kind of play the game when it drops.
If you want to play it,
that's just hype, right? You just
if you want to play
it when it drops.
You gonna wait 6 months to say that $10? Like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that. Like,
yeah, especially we're so active on social media as well. And, you know, with how people be acting, especially someone in this very podcast be acting, spoiling games.
Oh, you're going to know everything.
You're going to know everything. You know what I mean? You're going to mean everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you just, like, it is what it is for the $10 thing. Look, you see, the difference between I've noticed with me and some people, I can acknowledge, I'm getting fucked. At least I'm acknowledging, I'm getting fucked. I don't like it, but I'm getting fucked. But it seems like there's some people out there that are willing to take the fucking just like, oh, you know what I mean? How they be there, they just take the fucking.
You know what I'm saying? Please keep vaping me.
You know what I mean? Like, at least like acknowledge that, like, yo, we getting fucked. You know we getting fucked, right? And it is what it is, and we have to move on in life because we can't do anything about it.
BG's the kind of guy who will pay the extra for the fucking and not get a reach around.
Oh boy, you just wanted to say something extra horny and frisky.
Because you paid what, the $110 for Battlefield?
Yes, sir. I did because Battlefield 3. I played that game for years. I mean, if this is anything like Battlefield 3, I know I'm gonna get my money's worth. So I have nothing to be worried about.
Gonna pay for it twice. I like that, BG.
Yeah.
Give it like this. I'll give you an example. You know how much I paid for CS:GO?
How much?
$20 $10 now.
$20.
Okay.
I have 1,200 hours in that game. You cannot use the time to value for the cost because there's so much more to a game than just that.
Of course, I'm saying for me.
So you trying to actually be like, for you trying to rationalize the thought process that, like, oh, because I'm going to put X amount of hours in here, therefore there is value. That's not an actual
That's part
process.
of the equation. It's not only that.
Coping. You're coping.
It's not the only thing, but it's part of the equation. Okay, I'm not saying like. The time you play a game doesn't necessarily directly translate to its value because there's games that are like 100 hours that I still don't feel were worth $60 or $70, but it's part of the equation. If take what's the name? Returnal, for example. Returnal, quality wise, I don't think Returnal is a $70 game because it has issues. Agree. But then I look at my time played and I'm like, okay, the quality wasn't all the way there. But look how much fun, I think that was on your board. Look how much fun I got from it, and look how much time I also got from it. So it may not have compensated it may not have gotten there in the quality way, but it compensated in other ways. And Spider-Man is like the reverse. Spider-Man is like a 7-hour game, but the quality is there. but the quality is there. So it's like
That's
there's
why KD the
trade-offs.
best.
I think you could also say that about games
Fucking
from
go,
the past,
KD.
right?
You can
What'd
say
you
that
say?
about old games too, yeah.
Yeah, you can say that about games from the past that were traditionally priced too. But that argument, like that, I get what you're saying, right? You put some time into it, but you could say the same about a PS3 game, right? An Xbox One game, time, all that stuff. I agree with Alex. Inside is one of the best games I ever played. Edith Finch, one of the best games I ever played. 4 hour experience, but you know, I would pay $60 for that after I've played it, right? It just it's all relative, right? This is one of your bingos, but I'm not BG.
You're not
Yeah,
BG,
yeah.
so you're not on there.
I'll say it. Value is relative, right?
There you go,
And let me just say one more thing. So listen, we all know I go to war with Witcher fans who are always jizzing over the Witcher 3, talking about I got 100 hours out of the base game, and then I got the free DLC, and that was another 50 hours, then I got another free DLC. So you got 200 hours out of this game that you said is the greatest RPG ever made. You want to pay 70 for that?
No, because that game goes on sale for like $29, like 6 months later.
Well,
Like,
the
there's
point
no
is
reason-
that they don't
like-
need to.
I see what he's saying. I see
They don't
what I'm
really
saying,
need to
like,
sell
yeah.
it that high.
The argument is this: is that if a game is going to go on sale that fast after the initial launch, why is it even that cost in the first place? The only reason it's that cost in the first place is to get marks like you to pay the upfront cost. Whether it's a few months later, the game drops in price because nobody's playing it or it stops selling because the market of the window where they're trying to get their most revenue in stops. Then they get an influx of people because they lowered the price on it. That's what the game actually should have been costing in the first place. There's no reason to pay for that extra
there's this
money
thing
if you get
called
nothing in return.
time of suffering. The time of suffering that you experience from not having the game after it's out. That's what I'm paying for. I don't want that time of suffering. I don't want to wait. Okay, I'm suffering. I'm Squidward looking out the window watching SpongeBob and Patrick play. I don't want to do that. Okay,
You're missing out.
Here's
No,
here's
hold
the
on.
thing.
I want to add to
you're
his
literally
point though a
falling
little
for
bit.
the hype beast factor. That's all you're doing. You're literally just a hype
But
beast.
we also not kids no more, Alex. Like we don't have all the time in the world to be waiting for games to drop $30 and then another game comes out that we want to play. So now it's two games that we want to play when the first game that we wanted to play 3 months ago was already $70 then. We ain't got all this time in the world to be waiting for games to drop down in price. So we got to get it while we can, while we have
But
time
again,
to play it.
We're also not kids, and we have far more financial responsibilities than we did before.
And
So
gaming is
the
a
actual
part
amount
of
of
that.
cost and
Back to
gaming
your
is a part of
income.
that financial burden. So if you want to factor that in, we don't have the time. We also have issues with finances as well because there's more things for us to have and pay for responsibility. We can't just mow a bunch of lawns and then buy a game every couple of months.
We go to
And then
work.
not have to
That
spend
ain't what
any
that,
money.
ain't what that one
we're-
Xbox dude said. That ain't what that one Xbox.
we got to keep it real. We got to keep it real though on here. YouTube paying for a lot of our gaming habits, bro.
Gaming
Listen,
is expensive.
Here's a great argument. Here's a great argument.
It's not a
right?
cheap hobby.
Here's my argument. Between YouTube, the podcast, my channel, and Twitch, I have more than enough finances to buy any game I want at whatever price I want.
Yes,
So let's do it then. Day
The
one.
difference is I know that there is no value in buying a game like that because I know it's going to drop in price. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. And that's a big difference.
YouTube got it covered, man. YouTube
We
covering
can
the
just
tab.
double back down to how their books are showing they're making a shit ton of money and they don't need a $70 game.
Okay. All right, yo. Let's have a super chat break, and let's
Quite a
move on
few.
to the predictions. Now let's talk about E3.
I've got like 20 more minutes, bro.
Brown
Just so you know.
shooting in the clutch.
It's all good.
What's going on?
All right. Jaron stamps for $25. He says, happy 5-year anniversary, fellas.
Thank you.
10 ball goat for 2 Canadian. Y'all like dice with Battlefield launch countdown cap. Today, Bambola for the 5 Canadian will Furry Main Esquire the 3rd live stream Ratchet and Clank.
Who's that? Neo?
Tunde.
Oh, Tunde. Yes, I will be live streaming Ratchet and Clank. Absolutely.
So Naha Mo 1101 for $2 dealer. Is it true you're selling review copies? Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. Just learned that.
Yeah, you're totally
Where's my
selling
money
review
at,
copies.
bitch?
Bro. Fuck.
Yeah,
money.
but she should be at least getting paid, right? So that'd be nice.
Sofa Spy for $10. Want to thank BG for putting me on PSP. Been watching more than any other gaming podcast. Congrats on 5 years. Probably more than Weapon Wheel. Cosmos for the $2. Best
I'm
way
a
to buy the
philanthropist.
38 at MSRP. It's been real hard. Cosmos, you're not going to do it. Just don't. Don't even buy a GPU right now. Just don't. John the Don for the $5. Shout out to 5 great years of Press Start Podcast. More blessings and prosperity coming for all of you. By the way, Kofi, you okay after that summer snooze fest?
Oh man. Oh man,
Damn, I forgot that happened.
I don't want to talk about that shit. That shit is a crazy. I don't even want to talk about that shit. I had to cut my live stream off early.
Mm.
Damn.
Breeski
Got
8
killed.
for the $4.99 says happy anniversary. Kenj Jamo for the 5 says Ratchet and Clank unlocks in an hour and a half over here on the west. Not gonna lie though, Rivet kind of cute. J Main, I got you in Furry Nation. Don B for the 5, but Jack, majority of the Ratchet games outside of Reboot played at 60 FPS. Namaho 1101 for $2. Dudes bought LG CX for $1,200 just to play at 1080p. Max B for the 5 New Zealand says you're gonna want to play 60 FPS. Movement is key in Rift Apart. Liquid Snake for the 5. There is no way in hell an 11-year-old wasn't trying to play everything on PS2 once they got one. Big Cap BG. Corey the Breast 21i for $20. Shout out to the best gaming podcast on this side of YouTube. Jamie, we're gonna need to see them waves. That do-rag looks too tight on your head. And Alex, please roast BG before the podcast is over. Also, Kofi is trash in Monopoly.
Oh man, why y'all keep on saying I'm trash and I say winning though? Yo, Jack, these guys cannot beat me, bro. They cannot beat me. But continue.
On the win streak.
They
Okay.
cannot beat me, man.
S Blank Sun 95 for the $10. A great man once said, hashtag it's my money.
Low
I don't
key.
care if a game is $70. If you want it, you'll buy it. A whole lot of people complaining about a game they aren't gonna buy. Novocaine for the $199. BG acting his income. I respect it 100. Juju Bear for the $4.99. BG and J Main just talk longer than their combined hours logged into Battlefield 5. Corey the Breeze 21i again for $2.99. Let me guess, BG is opening up the laundromat. I guess for Battlefield. Raven Flow for the $4.99. Console gamers are easier to give. This is what he wrote. Console gamers are easier to convince into gradual price hikes in a closed system with first-party agreements. It's always been that way. Raven, we're going to have a conversation. Cosmos for $2. Elden Ring could be $100, and I'm still buying it. Cosmo, stop being a simp. Forget me not for the 5 Canadian. It's not hypocritical. Lord, y'all just making shit up now when you guys fucking donate.
All right, this will be the last one. Then we're going to do a topic.
SP single player taking out a Battlefield, but going on a tirade about multiplayer being taken out. Last of Us 2, nobody cared. The excuse.
All right, let's
There's
stop
a
here.
lot.
Let's stop here. All right, so Xbox E3, it's coming up. I would say that's probably our most anticipated conference. I would say most people, right? That's what y'all looking forward to the most. I know I am. How about you, J Main? You're muted, sir. You're muted, sir.
I'm fucking tight, bro. My bad. Yeah, Xbox definitely.
Definitely. And BG, would you agree? Xbox's E3 showcase is probably the most anticipated right now.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what else is there? I mean, we ain't watching Nintendo Treehouse, so yeah, it's got to be Xbox.
Okay, so we always hear, E3 this, E3, wait till E3, and we've been waiting. Microsoft seems to be in the best position that they have ever been in terms of in-house studios. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are hoping to see what they got to show and what they got on the pipeline. So I wanted to go quickly and just see what kind of predictions that y'all have. And I want to start off with Dealer. Dealer, what do you think they got coming? We know they got 23 studios. There's rumor that there's going to be studio acquisitions as well on stage. I heard something, but I don't know if you heard the same thing about the next studio that Microsoft is going to acquire. But I'm not really looking for those kind of announcements personally. I'm looking for like what's going to be there. So what do you think? We already know Halo Infinite is going to have a big showing, right? And I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking for the dude that said wait for next E3. Where the fuck is that coming from?
Wait till E3?
Well, who's the guy? Who's the guy who says wait for E3?
Wait for E3?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that say that. It's not just one person.
Those Xbox guys. Yeah.
Which
Which
one?
Dev Singer is one of them. That's my guy. Dev Singer is one of them.
Yeah, don't wait for next fucking E3. We waited 4 years for AAA blockbuster. Gears 5, first one since Gears 4. I've said this a million times on my own fucking show, and I really get annoyed when people say wait for E3 because if you don't ask for better, you're not going to get better. That's why they tried to double the price of Xbox Live on us, and hey, look how fast that changed, right? So Halo Infinite, another example. We said put that shit back in the oven. There's no textures on Craig's forehead. What the fuck's happening? The mountains are gone, and they delayed it, right? That's good. It should look a little bit better at least, and hopefully be complete. But this year, definitely, you're going to be seeing Starfield, Halo, Forza. You're going to probably, I'm thinking they might do a little segment on acquisitions again. And I think, you might even have some third parties on the stage this time.
We know Battlefield's going to be there.
Yeah, exactly, right? They didn't have it. That was kind of gone last year, right? They didn't have these big games coming on their stage, and we're stuck with kind of smaller titles as a result. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's actually one of the most straightforward E3s in recent history, really.
So out of the studios that they have, besides the main games that we know about, the Halo, the Starfield, the Forza, what else do you think they have on their pipeline, like from their in-house studios that we might get a look at E3? What's your prediction?
Omen, they're working with Avalanche. They've also got Wolfenstein 3 could be a very real thing. That's probably because they went through a big thing with Halo Infinite. They showed 2 different trailers. They didn't show gameplay the second time. Fans got annoyed. Phil didn't like quite how that went down. So they want to show maybe a trailer the first time. The second time, they want to show you gameplay. And I kind of factored that into things, except for with Bethesda titles. I think we will see Bethesda show off Starfield for sure, gameplay there. And I'm really kind of looking to see what that's about, right? Fallout in space, maybe, you think?
Fallout in space. That's what the rumor is. Starfield is supposed to be Tom Howard's next big RPG that people keep on talking about that we haven't really seen much of, and I'm looking forward to it because I do like Elder Scrolls. I'm a Elder Scrolls fan. I've played 2 or 3 of them. I played Oblivion, Skyrim. Okay, 2 of them actually. Yeah. So I played those games and really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping it's dope. I hope they really update that engine that they got for the Starfield though, like because
it's I think they're using their new engine, the one they're building the new Elder Scrolls on.
Okay, so hopefully it turns out to be good. Any wild? What's your wild prediction of the night?
Wild prediction. I don't know. They're gonna have some dates. They're probably gonna drop some stuff. They're gonna drop a ton of stuff in Game Pass there. I know they'll try to like Psychonauts is in August. I mean, again, it's pretty straightforward. Maybe they got a few surprises, but I mean, I know most of the show, and it's pretty straightforward. I don't know. I'm just glad it ain't gonna be as bad as last year. So I'll be honest. Last year we had Major Nelson on the damn show having a stroke because we were like, what the hell? What's going on? So
where's your expectations at? Like where's your expectations at? Are they high or are they low? Or a little bit medium, or you kind of know what you're gonna get?
I would say that while people were pushing hey, maybe they're playing it safe, I think they might have made adjustments because we've spoken out in our videos and said, don't play it safe. What are you doing? So hopefully they get some good hype going. Some morale would be nice.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I feel like we got to see Hellblade. Like it should be time. Like, oh man, that's gonna hurt me, man. Because the last time we seen, the last time we seen Hellblade was at the Game Awards. Like literally. So you're telling me we're not gonna
2019.
What year? Damn. So you're telling me
the Series X. Yeah.
You're telling me all this time y'all can't get me like a 5-minute look of some gameplay of Hellblade 2?
Bro, this is what I said at E3 last year. I said that, look, show me the terrain, like fucking rocks, something like, because you told me there was in Iceland. Someone's dad lived in Iceland. That's what you said last E3 or something. And that's all you had to say about Hellblade. But yeah, I mean, there's also been a pandemic, and I'm trying to factor that in. I don't think enough people do, honestly, when they talk about some of this stuff with, God of War and stuff getting delayed. People are shitting on that. Well, what the fuck do you expect?
No, we knew that wasn't. We knew it,
but it's just like
we all knew that one hitting 20.
We all knew it wasn't coming out. I remember when they announced it, I made a tweet right away saying this is bullshit. I do not believe in, and look where we are. They delayed it. There's no way they were.
But certain games got revealed like either around the same time as Hellblade or after that we seen gameplay for. So it's like, I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like how
I mean,
and
that makes
release.
sense, yeah, but they
on
are
top of
working
that,
on
you
a
know
new
what I'm saying?
engine. I will say they are working on a new engine. They did transfer or they upgraded rather to Unreal Engine 5 and stuff. And I don't know, they're a small team as well. I don't know what their vision, their scope is, but I'm looking forward. I just want it to be quality. Fucking push it back, make it good, right?
You know
Whatever they
what?
gotta
Like at this point, like my expectations for the Xbox E3 is I kind of lowered them so I don't really get super disappointed. I just want Halo to have a really good showing this time around. You know, I want to see a campaign trailer. I know there's rumors saying that it's gonna be a focus on multiplayer, and I do want to see the multiplayer. Hopefully, we get a beta. I would love that, and it comes out on PC too because I need that beta on PC. So if we get a strong showing of Halo, that would make me happy. Forza Horizon coming out this year, I guess that would make me happy too. Even though the rumored location is not what I wanted, not what a lot of people wanted, but I'm pretty sure
What's the rumor?
Playground,
Mexico.
Mexico.
That's the rumor.
That's gonna be real fucking pretty.
It's probably gonna be real nice. Yeah, like obviously, like I've
It's
loved
gonna be
everything
real
Forza
pretty.
Horizon, but the fans, you kept on hearing it. I've been saying it too. We all wanted to see, Forza in Japan. That should have been crazy.
They
But I
gotta
guess
keep
maybe
the
they're
fan
saving
base
it.
in Mexico.
Yeah. I know Xbox does have a huge fan base in Mexico. So, but we've been waiting for that Forza Japan. Maybe we're waiting. They're gonna hold on for that and maybe do that last or something like a swan song for the series or something like that. But
If like let's say Halo, Forza, a few other titles come out this year. I mean, 2021, I wouldn't say is a horrible year for Xbox or anything like that. If that's the case, but as long as they're not rushing, push like that was the thing about even a game like Battletoads, right? I shit on this game because I really don't. I didn't like it. I don't think it was a good, well-made game, but it didn't even have multiplayer. And I'm thinking to myself, you just said that you're going to allow these guys to have time to finish their games, but you didn't have the multiplayer in there. Same with Cuphead, right? They said they were adding multiplayer. Well, it's not done if your fucking multiplayer mode's not in there. So just push things where they need to go, and soon enough, hopefully they have enough studios to kind of keep things rolling out, right?
yeah. So yeah. BG, what do you need to see from Microsoft this E3? Obviously, you want to see games, but you have any specifics from the studios that they have? Like, what are some predictions that you have for Microsoft show?
I mean, Bethesda, they got the whole Bethesda studio thing going on. So, I mean, Wolfenstein 3, I don't know if that's likely, but that would be great. I'm a big Wolfenstein fan. Halo, I know they probably going to focus on multiplayer like I think the rumors are, but I think they need to prove themselves with that, showing a little bit of single player.
As well, yeah.
Because that first showing wasn't that obviously wasn't it. And listen, I think it just has to be like Dealer said, quality, and they got to show some gameplay. Like I can't do the whole CGI and cinematic trailers, especially because you have so many studios now. Like it'll be very disappointing if you have all these studios, but like all of them are just showing like cinematic trailers and no gameplay. And it could be that because a lot of their games are like 2023, 2024, unfortunately. So I mean that's possible. It's like I think their studios are at a very early time, and it's kind of bad timing, but we'll see.
Yeah, it just seems like with everything that's going on in the world, the pandemic and the timing that Microsoft acquired these studios, a lot of them just came off making a game, like they just really or they're just about to put something out. So that's the issue I see over there at Microsoft, that like it might be a little bit like these games that they announced. It might take some time before we come out. We had Rand on the podcast, maybe two episodes ago, and he kind of gave us a timeline of all the games that he that Microsoft announced that when he thinks they're gonna come out and stuff, and it seemed like really for the ball to get rolling, we're gonna probably have to wait another 2 years for the ball to really get rolling. We recently got some more Xbox information from Phil Spencer. I think there's an article how Microsoft wants to double down on console gaming. They said they're already working on the next Xbox. Dealer, what else was in that post? They're saying that they want to bring xCloud to TVs and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is stuff that we talked about probably half a year ago, honestly. Yeah, they want to make it an app on your TV like Disney Plus, right? That's why they're bringing it to PC as well, right? So that stuff's cool. It's an active user and it's a potential sale, and it's ultimately moving towards getting rid of that gate called Xbox Live Gold, and once that stuff increases Game Pass numbers high enough, that stuff is supposed to drop off. I don't know. I'm not really into the streaming
you believe
stuff.
the paywall? You believe the paywall will drop eventually?
Eventually, yeah. There shouldn't even be a fucking paywall. You know?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So,
Okay. Alex, what do you need to see from Microsoft, and what are your predictions for the show, man?
Microsoft, I would like to see. I don't want to see the big three. I don't want to see Halo, Gears, or Forza. I'd like them to take a risk and do something new and different. I'd like to see if maybe they're even doing something new with Doom. I'd love to see that. I would love, like, a pipe dream would be like a Quake Quad Damage Edition where all 4 Quake games are in one collection, and then they're redoing Quake like they did with Doom, and just going after that, not doing a Strogg thing, but going back to like the old Cthulhu, like Nightmare Gods kind of a thing. I'd like to see that come back because Doom Eternal was so great, and it fits so well in that ethos.
it was amazing.
It's so good. I'd like also just them to bring out something new from either In Exile, maybe something they've been working on would be really nice to see. I know that they're not going to do anything new from the other studio that they picked up, but I'd like to see what Obsidian's been working on. That as well.
That's another one. That's another one, by the way.
I heard rumors of Outer Worlds. Yeah, exactly. Outer Worlds 2 is gonna get.
So not just Outer Worlds 2, but the other game. They're like Skyrim inspired or Morrowind inspired game.
What are the chances we see?
I'd like to see that.
None.
Probably slim to none.
Gameplay, none.
But that's the kind of stuff I'd want to see. More RPGs, less big three, and more risk. I think that's the thing they need is more risk in different IP styles. And just something different from what we're normally used to.
When it comes to IP styles, I feel like Microsoft at this point, like they got that. Like what I need to see from them is, I think, a step up in just quality overall. Like there's only a handful of games I could really think about that I've played in the recent years, like that are like I could really say like they're like super top tier quality, and that would probably be like Forza Horizon. That series is top tier. Gears Tactics was pretty like overall in terms of quality. Like
that was cool.
It was quality. And games like Ori, it's not really a first party studio, but that was quality.
Chad?
I think
Chad brought this up.
I think that's
I'd like to see another Banjo.
I would even Gears, even though it launched a little,
yeah.
Even though Gears launched a little spooky, but like what they've done with the series or with Gears 5 so far, they have really made it a lot better than it was at launch. But I would just like to see a step up in quality from Microsoft. I think that's what I'm looking for when I'm watching their E3 conference. I want to see that. Jack, as a hardcore PlayStation man, what do you want to see from Microsoft stage? Because competition is good, right? What I mean? They got to level up their games, right? So make Sony do better too, right? So what do you want to see from there?
Well, me personally, the only 2 pieces of content I would care about personally would be Hellblade 2, but they just said that ain't gonna be there apparently. So they announced that 2 years ago. I'm still waiting to see that. Cuphead DLC they announced in December of 2018.
I need
that ain't
that
nowhere
too.
to be found, man. So
That might just be Cuphead 2 at this point, man.
That's what I said. That'd be the smartest thing for them to do, is just say it's a full blown sequel at this point.
Yeah, man. I don't know what they're gonna show personally. You know what I mean? I'm not too concerned about it. My thing is this, right? No matter what they show, whether it be good or bad, it's not gonna matter. None of this shit matters, man. People are gonna be enthusiastic about it. It's great. It's lovely. So it really don't even matter for real. They can come out there and show some bullshit. People still gonna be fucking with it. So anyway, man.
I'm curious about the studio acquisition though. Like I'd be looking at like, yo, what could they possibly get this time? It's gotta be something on a smaller scale.
Square.
I heard a name. No, I heard a name. I heard a name, man.
Oh, well, do tell.
What do you think? Do tell.
I heard a name, man. You ain't hear
What
from
was the
me. I don't
name?
know none, but word on the block is, they got the Just Cause boys. That's what's the word on the block.
Ew. No, please.
I swear,
please. Avalanche?
That's the word on the block.
Avalanche?
That's the word on the
Please,
block. That's the word on the block.
No, here's the thing. That's very believable. That's very believable.
That's the word on the block, man.
Let me just say, they're not bad developers, but Just Cause is just a very stupid game to me. But they're not bad developers at all, because they didn't make Mad Max.
Mad Max was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a Batman's combat system.
Right.
Second Extinction wasn't that good. It's not. Rather, it's a preview game, but they also made Rage 2, which hey, whatever.
A lot of people
I would say they are working on something new, which is cool. Hopefully, if they get the funding they need. But IO Interactive is another one, and
I've been hearing that too. I heard that one too.
Buy something like Crytek, something like that.
Yeah. So
Avalanche seems like one of those studios sometimes that's just limited by their resources. So
so maybe they can benefit from being from Microsoft and it is. But like the thing is, look, if they go on stage and announce another studio, I'll be like, cool. Again,
but we need to see the games,
I need it. Yeah, right. Like I feel like at this point, like y'all got 23. That's more than Sony. I don't even know what Nintendo
like
got.
Double,
but
almost
like
double.
you know what I mean? Like I just want to see. I kind of just want to see the fruits of the labor at this point. I want to see what the studios come up with. Like you could keep on announcing that, but I just like, when am I gonna play these games? I think that's more my concern at this point now. Like y'all got some pretty good guys there right now. Like if y'all really take it in, like some of the studios at Bethesda who made Doom, Machine Games, people, BG likes the Wolfenstein games, even though the second one trash. Second one trash.
Arcane, right?
Yeah, they got some good studios under their belt, bro. They got
Flight Simulator, by the way. They're going to be talking about the console version of Flight Simulator at E3.
Oh boy.
I did hear that they're interested in the Rise IP. They don't want Crytek, but they are interested in the Rise IP because they don't own that, right?
No, they do not own that.
I heard that they're interested in like getting it at least.
Interested in Rise, the template of gaming.
They created everything Jay made.
Rise made everything.
I know who you're talking about there. That is. All right, whatever. All
right. Yeah, they also announced State of Decay 3. I'm guessing we're not gonna see that there as well, right?
Is that gonna be on Unreal Engine 5?
I would imagine, but it doesn't matter when you got 70 people working on the game. Like, I mean, Unreal Engine 4 made everything from Sea of Thieves to Days Gone, like very versatile, and it's going to look how they want it to look and what they can get it to look like with the manpower. So,
I mean, they even made Octopath Traveler with that engine, so who knows what they can do later.
All right, so I'm gonna ask this last question then, when it comes to Xbox C3 conference. I'm gonna ask this question to Dealer. Okay, so for you as an Xbox gamer, Xbox centric gamer, what has Microsoft got to do for you on June 13th for you to be? This was a great show.
Same thing they needed to do last year. Well, last year was different because they did announce a ton of new games, new IP actually, Avowed and all that stuff, right? I would say that this year they need to show gameplay chunks. I've been asking them to do this for years, like Sony. Show these sections of gameplay, 8 minutes long, behind the character, in perspective, gameplay, and I was blown away when we see Forza Motorsport. Not even a fucking 5-second clip of it going around a corner in a cockpit view. Just show us the game being played. And a bunch of gameplay chopped up in a trailer isn't the same thing as we learned from their Series X little event they did like May or whatever last year, right? So, I just want gameplay, man. I want some gameplay and some new stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the overall, what people want to see. We just want to see more gameplay of like you said, even if it's Forza, do a fucking lap. I want to see that. I kind of like how GT did that. Yeah. Yo, seriously, no, because I kind of like how GT did that reveal of Gran Turismo. They showed like the cinematics, then they showed like the main menu of the game, right? Then they clicked it, then they picked the car, then they got into a race. So I'm like, yo, that's cool as hell. Like, I would actually like to see something like that too from Forza and
don't do too much talking either. Yeah, don't do too much talking. That too.
Do we know the length of the show? Is it 90 minutes? Or they didn't say?
I heard an hour and a half. I heard an hour and a half. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, Xbox E3 presser, man. This Sunday, I'm pretty sure everyone here is probably going to be doing a live reaction. So support everybody in here. You know what I mean? Could come in.
I won't be live. I'll do it later in the night.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be watching that. It's gonna be flooded in your sub box. So that's the Xbox.
Oh
E3
man, listen.
predictions, man. I just hope Microsoft comes in and delivers it, man, and slaps, yo. It's definitely gonna be an interesting day on Sunday, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Other E3 predictions. Real quick. Who else is gonna be there? Nintendo. We're gonna skip that because who knows what Nintendo's gonna show at this point. You know what I mean?
Breath of the Wild 2, baby.
That's all we want to see at this point. And Metroid.
Oh, and
which we're
Splatoon
probably
3. I want to see that too.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
What?
They haven't shown that game in over 3 years, bro. That's crazy.
It's moving to the Unreal 5 engine, Jack. Don't even worry about it.
Might be shit at this rate.
Yeah, so I know Warner Brothers is doing a conference, so I guess I'm just hoping that we see Justice League.
They only talking about
Nah.
one game with Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Back for
that's what
Blood.
they said. That's
Back
what they
for
said.
Blood.
Yeah, just Back for Blood. Yep.
Oh
Back for Blood,
my
that's
god, man!
No
All
Harry
these games
Potter.
they get coming
Oh
out.
my
All
god!
Wow.
these
See,
games they get
yo,
coming out.
you know what, yo? Like low key, besides the Xbox conference and Nintendo's conference, the rest of this shit is gonna be shit. Then, huh?
E3 missing
I
the heart and
think-
soul, right, BG?
I think E3 is gonna be
Oh
shit.
man,
man.
the lifeblood. The
Oh,
lifeblood.
oh, please.
Nah,
Oh,
he
please.
right though, man.
Oh, please. Say PlayStation was dead. And...
Since PlayStation 11, E3 been utter dog. Like,
Oh, stop,
It ain't,
yeah.
it ain't
Oh,
even no
stop.
debate, no, bro. Like,
That's not even.
They don't-
Yo,
They
get
don't
out of
give
here,
a fuck
because
about none of
people,
these
people
conferences,
been
yo.
that's
talking
what
shit
I'm
about
saying,
E3.
bro.
Yeah, these conferences look shit besides Microsoft and Nintendo's, but like, I see some people getting excited for this E3 shit though. I see people, at first people. I saw, look on the timeline. People are
I
excited
can
for this
understand the
E3 shit,
Xbox.
man.
I can understand the Xbox one, but like you said, other than Xbox, like, what are we doing, bro? This shit is.
I mean,
We've
Yeah,
been so
like-
disappointed
Yeah.
every single year by this.
Square
We're
Enix.
still getting excited.
I'm looking forward to Square Enix.
Because we know we ain't getting nothing good from Ubisoft.
Bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
trash.
that's gonna be bad.
Yo, Square Enix, I'm not even really looking forward to it because look, Guardian of the Galaxy, cool, I guess. I think they did confirm. Well, there's rumors saying that it's not a live service game, so at least it gives me a little bit of
God.
hope, right? A little bit of hope. But
I wanna
if
see
there's
that.
if there's no Final Fantasy there, I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. If there's no Final Fantasy,
What- 15?
Babylon Falls. I want to see some more of that. That's about.
wanna see some
What's
Final
that
Fantasy.
project at the end? The rename, Forspoken.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
show
yeah,
some
Forspoken.
more gameplay for that, but I doubt it.
I doubt it though. They already showed, like they said, they're gonna talk about Life is Strange, a new game from IDOS, and some other shit though. Like, Avengers update. Like,
Oh,
I, don't know,
hell
I have a feeling it's gonna be trash, man. Like, I have a feeling it's gonna suck. It's just my personal thing, man. But besides that, I'm
But
just trying to think about like,
Capcom. I want to see Capcom too.
what do you think they
Yeah,
got?
Capcom do have a show, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think- what do you think
I
they
want to think they're gonna do Resident Evil 4 remake, maybe a VR
Nah,
mode for.
it's too
Wait,
soon.
You think it's too soon?
Because I remember seeing some type of leak. It might not have been real, but like they were like, "Oh, Resident Evil 3 remake coming out 2024 or something like that." I don't know if it might have been fake, but I don't know.
Okay.
You know they're gonna do 4 eventually, right?
Yeah.
done
yeah.
the
Oh,
other
yeah,
ones. I'm
They're
looking forward to
already
that.
making it. They're already making it.
Okay.
But yeah, Resident Evil did just come out, so yeah, it's very soon to kind of hype up another one.
Okay. All right, so I got pretty much. All right, well, before I have one last topic, but before then, I'm gonna just ask y'all real quick. Hype levels for E3 this year. Are y'all coming in hyped, or y'all just just coming in with low
Yes.
expectations across the board?
I'm coming in
Low.
hype.
J-Man coming in hype.
Every year, J-Man. Wow.
I'm lying.
you yourself.
I'm lying.
I'm
lying.
a little.
My
a little
expectations
lukewarm.
are
I'm a
high,
little
but I'm not
lukewarm,
coming in
man.
hype. If that makes sense. Like, I need Microsoft to deliver, not just because it's Xbox and the memes of
Yeah, the
wait to
memes,
E3.
yeah.
I want to play some good games from Xbox too. Like, I don't want this shit to do just PlayStation games and Nintendo games that I'm looking forward to in third party Xbox. I want to see some good shit
Yeah,
from
people
them.
People
So-
talk shit. Like to talk shit about sometimes me and with the Xbox shit, but like most of my multiplayer games I play like from Halo and Gears. Like I actually like my Xbox's like the core 3. I actually like those games a fucking lot, but I would like to see them add some other shit, you know what I mean, in the mix. And I think that's what they're trying to do, but it's just the timeline here. Like when are we gonna see this shit, man? Like at this point y'all got the studios. Now it's time to show some shit, man. Like I'm really hoping
I feel like this should be a
they got
layup.
some shit.
I feel
Well,
like it
we
should be
say
a
that
layup,
we say
but
that
every
we say
time
that
I
every
that-
we say that
yeah,
every year.
yeah, I
though.
say
We
that.
say that every
Yeah,
year.
I know. That's why it's so amazing. Like how when when it comes to anything with Xbox, we're like, oh, this is a layup. They got this. And then like something goes wrong. Sometimes it's not their fault. And then sometimes it is their fault, but like something always curses them. It's like the kids move curse with them sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're gonna wait and see how it turns out. But I am looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. All right, so the last topic I want to talk about before we get the hell out of here is Summer Game Snooze. Summer Game Snooze, man. That
Jeff
shit,
Keighley need to be arrested.
yo, that shit was pure fucking trash, bro. The only redeeming factor was at the end of the show, and if we finally got to see one of the most anticipated games ever right now, Elden Ring. It got a release date for January. What was the date? I know it was in January 2022.
January 22nd.
22nd, 2022. And I'm actually cool with that date. Yo, top of the year.
I'm sorry. It wasn't 22nd.
21st?
21st, yes.
21st. So January 21st, 2022. Top of the year. That's super dope, because it's usually quiet on the top of the year. And I think a game like that would be honestly perfect. I want to go around and just get some impressions of Elden Ring. Dealer, are you a fan of From Software games?
I mean, they make one game. Seems like. How many times can you redo fucking Dark Souls and call it something else?
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
More new mechanics than entirely different.
We ain't gonna
games.
do that. Sekiro
I'm just saying,
and Dark
like, I'm not saying
Souls
it's
are
not
different.
quality. I'm not saying it's not great, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch this and they didn't tell you it was a different game and it was a new Dark Souls, you would fucking believe them. Or new Sekiro.
Real quick. There was one part of the trailer where like this like dude got impaled, right?
Yeah.
This dude got impaled. And it literally looked like the character straight out of the Dark Souls game, like your default character. I'm like, yo, is that? Like,
I think they did it on purpose. I think they did it on purpose, like kind of like a
Maybe.
Easter egg of killing off.
Yeah, sometimes they do that.
Yeah, homage
Sometimes
to
they do that.
Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls
Maybe it
is
happens
done.
in the same universe. Maybe this has happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, one thing I'll say from Soft games, you just know you're looking at a From Soft game. You know what I mean? You can just look at the visuals, and okay, this is a From Software game. They didn't even need to put the title, and you would know what it is. We got some information about Elden Ring that I want to quickly go over. You get to create your own character. They claim it's their biggest game yet. Interconnected, seamless, open world. I think that was kind of the theme of the whole trailer that we saw, because there's a lot of horseback riding in it and open areas and stuff like that. So it seems like it's gonna be the biggest world yet. It's gonna have a full day and night cycle, dynamic weather system. It's gonna have NPCs that will help you hunt you down, and it's also gonna have smart delivery and a free upgrade on the PS5 if you buy the previous gen versions. I saw some people on the timeline. And co-op, yeah, up to 4 players, right?
Up to 4 players, yeah.
4 players, so that's gonna be cool too. I hope the co-op system is actually done better than the previous, because I hate the whole ring the bells type of shit. And like, always felt like the co-op in Souls games is just so convoluted to me personally. Like, it's just weird. But yeah, I saw a couple people on the timeline saying, the visuals wasn't too impressive to them. Especially after experiencing Demon Souls by Blue Point, that remake. People were looking at this one and saying the visuals weren't too hot. I want to
see what happens, Kofi, when a game is cross-gen versus a PS5 exclusive.
I knew this one was gonna come up. You know what I was saying?
Perfect example.
You know what I'm gonna say is, I will agree that the visuals are not. I wouldn't say it looks better than Demon Souls, but there's something about like the art style of From Software games. Like they're just so good at making games with personality and just the atmosphere. They capture that so freaking well. And honestly, I thought the game looked great, despite the textures not being like what. What do you mean?
Getting old. You
think so?
I never thought I'd say this. I agree with Diller. For how many times? Because it's always the exact same setting, bro. Like, they never, besides Sekiro, which is actually, I like the way Sekiro look visually. But
it looks a great game too. Great looking.
This shit look like Dark Souls with a fucking horse. Like, I don't see that. Granted, they haven't shown too much of the new gameplay mechanics, but I'm not seeing a huge difference. And then this is the other thing with this game, bro. You hype it up by promoting it. George R.R. Martin is involved. The dude that wrote fucking Game of Thrones, right? One of the most renowned writers of all time. I was expecting personally a more cinematic game, a more story-driven game.
I'm glad it's not that though.
But what I'm saying,
I'm glad it's not that though.
these cryptic ass stories. I'm thinking this gonna be some cinematic shit, some just something different, bro. Like,
nah, it just
No
means the story that
cinematic.
you find.
There's going to be a lot of lore and a lot of
lore.
background.
It's gonna be better written, Jack. That's all that means.
I hope so. I mean, it looks
Yo,
cool.
shit that you
Wait,
find. It's gonna be better written.
Jack. We ain't sitting around here hoping that From Software makes a cinematic game. We ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that.
The game.
I think
The game does look like, that's the first thing I thought. I'm looking at this trailer. I'm like, yo, this looks familiar, like a little bit too familiar. And I'm not that guy that'd be like, oh, this sequel looks exactly like, the original or whatever art style. But this looks extremely familiar, like a little bit too samey from like, their previous games. I mean, it's a day one, but nothing about it like got me like super excited. I'm like, that's. I looked at it, I'm like, this is another From Software game that I'm gonna play and enjoy.
You know what, BG?
You know
what, BG? I kind of somewhat agree with you to the like after watching the trailer. It was kind of like one of those default feelings that I like. Okay, I know I'm gonna enjoy this. I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Been here before.
But I didn't like look at it and my mind didn't like fry like how I look at some games, right? Like, some trailers you can look at this shit and be like, your mind fries like, yo, this shit is incredible. I really didn't get that from this. Not saying that I'm not excited for it, because I already know what it's gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, I already know what it's gonna do. Yeah. I kind of know a little bit what to expect coming into these kind of games, and I want to see more hands-on impressions with it. Hopefully, as the months go by, we get to see a little bit more hands-on and see how intuitive the gameplay is. If it's more like a Dark Souls style, or if it's more like a Sekiro type of style of gameplay. The stamina bars and stuff like that.
I definitely got excited for a few things though in that trailer.
Hey guys, I want to say thanks for having me on. I got a dip, guys.
All right, yo, thank you, Dealer, for coming on. I appreciate it.
And,
thank you for coming on the podcast, man.
No
All right,
problem.
man.
Yeah.
The boss designs I thought looked good. Like, I'm always impressed by From Software. And that horse traversal looks like it's gonna be a key factor too. Like, he fucking jumped up a whole goddamn mountain.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Jack, I'm just like, you didn't like that? Jack, you didn't like that?
I mean, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like,
that's crazy.
I'm trying to see what that'd be like. I mean, I ain't never had that happen to me before. So yeah, that kind of stuff, look pretty dope.
All their games just seemed like gradual evolutions of one another. Nothing. There's never like a huge jump. It's just always gradual, I think, and that's what that kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Jack ain't playing that.
Yeah,
might not, man.
Still, yeah, because I freaking sent you Sekiro, and you still haven't beat that
joint yet. Start the game, man.
Started, bro. You know how much times I've played Sekiro? You know how many times I played it?
Listen, if my capture card wasn't fucking up when I was playing that game, I would have had beat it by now. Guaranteed.
What does your capture card have to do with beating the game?
So you're always looking for a game to play. You're always looking for a game to play. And stream. So stream Sekiro, man. I'm there. I'm there hitting the like button and watching. Stream that shit. I'm there, bro.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there watching. I am. I definitely watched that.
When I was,
Jack, why don't you just stream from the PS5?
No, I got a decent capture card now, but that was back then.
Yo, that game is literally one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Like, I could actually sit down and like say that with a straight face and not feel. Sekiro is easily one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. In my entire 28 years of existence, is one of the best games I've ever played. Easily.
If Elden Ring play like Dark Souls 3, I'm definitely not getting it though. Just let that be known.
Oh hell no!
If they compare it to Sekiro or Bloodborne, I'm there. All right.
Yeah, it already looks like a Sekiro kind of.
Jack, I don't know. That sounds kind of dumb. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be real. I think you only play Bloodborne because it's on PlayStation. I'm be real with you.
Low key, I'd be trying to tell him, yo, it got the PlayStation exclusive stamp. That's all. I've been saying this.
Wait. Can we ignore the fact that, have you noticed that Sekiro and Bloodborne are the only two games they got with a different aesthetic? Have y'all noticed that? Oh, y'all didn't notice that though, right? Okay.
Here we go.
Notice that.
It's the only one. It's the only one.
So the setting is what? That's it.
Originally, when I saw Bloodborne, it drew me in because I'm like, okay, Victorian London shit. This is around the same time they announced the order. I'm already in that mood. Matter of fact, they came out like months apart.
So it was the setting. Sure, Jack.
It was the
And
setting.
I didn't get Bloodborne originally because I didn't know if I was gonna like the game. Then I got it on sale.
Okay.
Y'all don't remember this either, do you? Okay, cool.
I agree with Jack. I agree. I never played a Dark Souls game until Bloodborne came out.
And
That's-
we not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it a buck. Speak of the buck because
Bloodborne 3 and it played worse than Bloodborne, so I didn't like it.
And Bloodborne is a faster game too. So when you watch
It's
that game,
not.
it looks
Oh my
faster.
God, it's
Yes,
Every
it
Dark
is.
Souls
And
game,
restricted
every
the
Dark
movement
Souls
for
game
no
has gotten faster and offensive
Bro,
than the
I
last.
thought Dark Souls played that
Bloodborne
because
is
they ain't
still
know no.
faster.
I thought Dark Souls played that because they ain't know no better. When I played Bloodborne, I'm like, oh, this shit don't even play that bad. Oh, I'm gonna try Dark Souls 3. Why is my movement restricted? It makes no sense.
It's restricted by weight.
Who gives a shit about pro? The game ain't fun to play.
It's
Come
Dark Souls
on,
is an
man.
RPG.
Okay.
yeah, man, so
Jesus.
it is what
And
it
here's
is.
the
yo.
thing, Jack.
I'm lying, everybody.
There
I'm lying.
there are other like Souls games that are more offensive, like Bloodborne. I don't think you touched those either.
Yeah, like
I
Neo.
tried to play Neo. I didn't.
Bro,
I didn't
it is what it is,
man.
yo. Jack, you know you got a different kind of energy. You're not a fraud and a liar, but let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. When you see that PlayStation logo, it's different, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. It is what it is. It's cool.
Okay. Let me
that
ask you a question.
PlayStation logo, you
Have
took that
y'all
ass up.
Have y'all noticed that most people's favorite Souls game is Bloodborne? There's a reason for that. Y'all noticed that, right?
It's
But
the
I'm
first one
the
they've
pro.
played.
Yeah,
But I'm a pro.
A lot of
Is this
people's
their
first
first?
one.
It is their first one.
Loki,
And
it is
I
my
got
first
Demon's
one
Souls
too. It's
Remake.
my
Have
first
I
one.
played it? I don't give a fuck about that game, man. But I got it. Do I play it?
That's a good fucking game. That's
I
a
got Demon's
good
Souls
fucking
Remake. You think
game,
you
man.
screaming and hyping that up?
That's
Demon's
a
Souls
good
is
fucking
PS
game, man.
PlayStation exclusive. I got a Demon's Souls. Hello? Anybody? Hello?
I beat
You're
it.
right, Jack. You're right, but that's a good
I got that
fucking
game right
man.
now. I can play that game. Am I streaming it and hyping it up? That's one of the best looking games out right now. You see me hyping it up? Hello? Anybody? Nobody? Okay.
You made it point, Jack. You made it point, Jack.
point.
You made
Jack, we
it
ain't trying to
point.
hear this.
Yeah, I know you're not. Yeah.
We ain't trying to hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at these screenshots of Elden Ring. Holy fuck, bro! They look. I like the style. The style of the game looks crazy though. I like it. I can't want to play it.
Yeah.
Besides that,
January.
Summer Games Fest had Death Stranding director's cut, which it had like a nod to Metal Gear Solid with the box.
Which is
Alex,
really cool.
were you fucking excited for this? When you
So
saw this?
I was like, yo, when they were doing that, like the music changed. They did a lot of MGS5 stuff in it. They did a lot of MGS2 in it with the fruit. They pulled the box. He jumped in. He jumped out. I was like, oh shit, what kind of expansion is this going to be? And then he pulled the fucking Kojimbo swerve on me, and it's the director's cut. So I want to know what extra content and what extra like storyline is missing from the original, or whatever scenes are missing. But I have not replayed Death Stranding yet, and I was debating about why not. So I'm just gonna wait for the director's cut upgrade on PC, and then I'll replay it again then. But I'm definitely gonna be excited to play it again.
Swindled.
Yeah. So yeah, they didn't announce. That was gonna be my next question. They didn't announce anything for the PC, right? When it comes to the director's cut, right?
It's probably gonna be a free upgrade.
There's gonna be a free upgrade.
Or it's gonna be exclusive to PlayStation 5 for like a 6 months or a year, and then come
Doesn't
to
matter.
PC.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem, Alex.
At least,
think
at
I
least
got a
that's
problem
one
waiting?
whole slate game you'll beat. God damn, about
You
time.
got a problem waiting?
Are we
I got a
talking about
problem waiting.
Kojima?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, your favorite
not
developer.
ass.
Oh, are we talking about the fact that people were jizzing over a trailer of Norman Reedus just standing around and jumping in a box? Like,
Because
Yeah.
it was an old
Because it's Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
It was an
it's
old
like
FPS.
I get it's a reference. It's a trailer of him looking at a box and jumping in it.
Come on, but you know why they hype people up though.
I thought
You
it
know
was
why
a
people
Metal Gear
hype.
Solid
Metal
1
Gear's
remake.
coming. Yeah.
Like,
No,
if that
I
ain't
don't
a hit
think
to
that's
Metal
what
Gear
that
Solid
means.
1 remake, then I don't know what the fuck.
No,
it is.
it's not. It's not.
It's not hits on just one.
Kojima is hitting on y'all emotional nerves. That's what that is. He knew y'all love Metal Gear. I mean, we all love Metal Gear. Oh, let me put a little Metal Gear Easter egg in this Death Stranding trailer. It's not a hint to anything. He's just tugging on y'all emotional cords.
That's dumb. That's bullshit too. Cause that was that whole shit was Metal Gear. The top view camera angle, the enemies walking around with the same walking patterns, the rats going into
The whole
ducks,
building
like
was out of Metal Gear.
The music, that was the elevator. That was fucking Shadow Moses, bro. Like, what the fuck?
The way the enemies, like when they walked by, like their buckles and their cloth moved in the same time. They had the same light from MGS2 where they're like the lens flare. It was
Yeah.
he was making an homage to like, hey, I'm like, remember Metal Gear? That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
But the
Besides-
biggest takeaway I actually took from that is when they said coming soon, and then Keeley said it's going to be more in a couple weeks. Does that mean we can get a PlayStation event in a couple weeks?
I think so. I think so. Okay, we already know PlayStation they're gonna do their event in about 2 weeks. I think that's not even like a bold prediction. I think after this E3 shit, then PlayStation is gonna like announce their shit, and they're gonna have the whole like week to themselves. Yo, I truly believe that. So I believe in the next 2 weeks we're gonna hear something about like a state of play for sure.
What do
If
they even
not
have a
next-
show though?
PlayStation?
PlayStation probably got some
How
shit
about
to
one
show,
of those
bro.
games from them fucking JPEG partnerships that they made? Can we see some of that?
Nah,
Man,
they
it's
must
4
have
years away.
something.
You know what's crazy? I don't think they got nothing to show. And I'm not
them
even
games
trying to
4
be
years
funny.
away.
I don't
Really?
think they got nothing to show.
One of those games,
I think they can show
Herman
some
Hulk
shit.
said he was playing.
Think about all their first parties. Naughty Dog, unless they got factions too. Unless the
Factions,
last
yep.
Hey, maybe
unless
that
the
last
one
was
next year.
remake. The remake, yo.
Being
Factions
Studio ain't
2
got
the
shit.
remake.
Insomniac just brought out a game.
That's
Gorilla,
true.
we already know what's going on with them. God
God
of War's
of
not in
War.
controllable form.
Why you think not? If it's got delayed till next year, why wouldn't it be in the show before?
I just feel like they would have already announced some of this shit. Like we going, I don't know, man. I don't think it's in the show.
Nah, they're saving that. They're saving that for a state of play for sure. They're not gonna just drop that
I
shit.
think so.
Think so?
Yeah, they're just gonna save it for a state of play. I'm still not sure if we're gonna see it on the next one this year, because we don't have confirmation if it's a late 2022 game or early. If it's an early 22 game, then we're gonna see gameplay soon or something. If it's late, then I can see them
I don't
doing
think
a state of play
it's not
next
gonna
year.
be. I don't think it's gonna be early because
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be early either.
Yeah, it's Horizon.
Well,
that's
hold on,
true.
y'all. It might be late, but I still think they can show it because Horizon is cross-gen, just like God of War. God of War came out a year after. So if anything, they're probably a year behind. We expect Horizon to come out later this year. We already seen gameplay, so yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good chance we might see something this year. At least cinematic.
And then you could drop Horizon in February and drop God of War in like May or April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
September.
I might be on J-Main. You know, J-Main said he thinks Horizon. You're the one who said you thought Horizon's gonna get delayed till next year, right? You feeling stupid
Yeah,
about
early
that, right?
next year.
You know what? I might be thinking the same way, especially after seeing how Elden Ring dropped their fucking trailer. They dropped the trailer and they dropped the date right after that shit, bro. Like, yo, they gave us a date. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we just sat through this whole state of play, and at the end of that shit, they just said, peace, see you later, yo. They ain't dropped shit. So
And then double backed and say, yeah, we looking at holiday season, but we ain't sure.
but we're not sure. So it might,
over.
it might very well not. I'm hoping it.
They're
does.
not
If
dropping
it does-
Horizon during no holiday. They're not doing that.
Not with Halo
PlayStation,
coming out, they're not
PlayStation, they don't really do that. Yes, there's been some games that they have dropped in like December, but not like very big major ones that I can remember. I know they did that with like Death Stranding, which I guess you could say that was a big one, but never from a first party studio like that. And they did it with like The Last Guardian. But besides that, they usually kind of steer clear of those months.
It's either like
December
before
They used-
October, November, or
yeah,
early
they
next
do like
year.
September. Like that's what I was thinking. Like this shit's gonna come out September, but maybe because of all that's going on, this shit might be pushed to like November, October, which would be surprising because that's when like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield would come out, right? Usually don't they come out them time of the year?
Battlefield October. I think Call of Duty's
October,
even now,
right?
late October now.
Oh,
Yeah.
October. That's when they usually drop. So usually I've noticed PlayStation kind of steers clear of those months. But I guess we gotta wait and see what's going on with Horizon. So it is what it is. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else worth mentioning from the summer games.
I mean,
Fest.
I like Metal Slug, and I like Salt and Sanctuary, and Salt
Yeah, I saw that.
and
Yeah.
Sacrifice is
I saw
pretty
that.
much the spiritual successor or the direct sequel. So I look forward to those.
Yeah, I just can't get over that art style. Like, I'm not opposed to the 2D shit, but like that art style looks like something from fucking Newgrounds. I said that on my live stream, yo. Like, it's gonna look like Newgrounds.
Like a dirty
type of
water
shit.
painting.
Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how the game looks personally.
Yeah.
I'm
Tales of
not a fan
Arise
it.
continues to look great. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, Tales of Arise.
Be my first Tales game.
Yes, sir. And I think they. Oh wait, I think Jack would like this. They did a hide and seek Among Us. That sounds like it'd be
Oh
kind
yeah,
of cool.
that look cool. That look cool.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
check
kinda
that
cool.
out.
Yeah,
I
I
wanna
think I'm
play
gonna check
that.
that out too, man. Hide and seek Among Us sounds pretty dope. You know, so
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be a free patch. So there you go. That's pretty much all the cool announcements from the Summer Game Fest. The rest of it was a bore. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and do the remaining super chats, and then the podcast. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show this week. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people who came through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Would really appreciate it. Helps the podcast out. And share it. Share it to somebody.
Oh,
man. If you enjoyed it, share it, man.
I got one
Right,
question, Jack. Is that Evil Dead game supposed to be like Friday and Dead by Daylight and those type of games?
I think so. Yeah, like an asymmetrical multiplayer game. It looked cool.
Yeah. That shit, I ain't going front. Like the visuals and stuff, I was a little bit impressed for that style of game because I'm used to seeing like Friday and Dead by Daylight, but I think that's like a step up right there.
Yeah, that's
in
how
terms of those
Friday
type
should
of
have
games.
looked. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye
Probably
on that
looked
one.
like I developed it.
Yo, wait, real quick before we do the super chats. Yo, some of them trailers at the Game Awards were so fucking shit, bro. When I tell you they did that fucking Valorant like thing for like literally 2 fucking seconds, bro. I literally was about to get up out of my chair like this, and the trailer was done, bro. Like I went to go grab a water real quick, and the shit was done. I was like, what the fuck? That was the quickest trailer I've ever seen in life.
The fact that people even play Valorant is fucking sad.
Yeah.
And like that shit, and another trailer like Solar Ash, which I thought that show the first time they showed it, I thought it looked cool, but this trailer that they showed was kind of whack, and it was like I didn't even get it. Like what was that shit, bro?
Jeff taking anything he can get at this. These are rejects.
Bro,
trailers,
and the fucking thing is, this guy after the trailer, like he's like has his biggest smile on his face, like you just seen some lit ass shit, bro. That shit looked like I don't even understand, yo. Like he
gotta sell it. He
gotta sell it. He definitely gotta sell it. It's his job to sell it. But yo, he was trying to sell some trash. And yo, honestly, I was like, I couldn't. I had to cut that live stream off as soon as
I mean, I was surprised.
Cut that shit
I was
off.
surprised he got the Elden Ring trailer.
Right.
Like
he had to beg for that shit.
People are not gonna like expect much of Summer Game Fest, and developers are not gonna want to like premiere their stuff at Summer Game Fest until like it has more notoriety and it's worth like premiering something on there. But I already knew not to watch it. I'm like, there's gonna be like maybe 2 things worth watching for, because it just don't got the clout like that right now.
Y'all was doing
That's
live reactions to that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I started off, yo, Jack. I had to cut that shit off. I'm like, yo, whatever announcement that's cool. Whatever announcements is cool, y'all can fucking just at me on Twitter and tell me, because I'm not watching. I'm not sitting through that shit, bro.
But that's the thing for me. Like, it gets views. Like, it's already at 1.3 million. I'm sure a lot of that is people waiting for Elden Ring, but I think Jeff Keighley has that clout in the industry where people just tune into anything that he has going on.
Yeah, I like the dude itself though. Like, I don't have a problem with the dude. I think the dude kind of cool, man. But I fuck with the Game Awards. This Summer Game Fest shit is trash.
Yeah,
I actually enjoy watching the Game Awards. I know some people might say it, but like I actually enjoy watching that shit for the most part. But that Summer Game Fest shit, 2 years in a row, trash.
Ooh, this one might be worse than last year. I don't even know.
Yeah, this one's definitely worse than last year.
Dude.
So, yeah, this shit was really bad. All right, so let me read the super chats since Alex got up and I don't know where the fuck he at. I'm trying to figure out where we left off last.
He usually puts like a dash in between where we left off last.
Casual designer. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is right here. This one's from Monk Larry. He says, casuals decide the market, not the hardcore like you guys. Casuals decides microtransactions we're going to stay. And so are they, yeah. So there's that. We got Max B saying these $70 games are $139 on the PSN store where I'm at. Holy fuck. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. We got Alex back, so you want to take over?
Tony Esquire for the 5. He says, BG's mindset is the heartbeat of today's gaming heist. Broken, micro, and strict content. Hashtag Last of Us 2, EA, and Cyberpunk is because of your acceptance. Damn, bro. The Ravenflow for
that nigga gonna watch me play them games though. He buying them in front of you. He gonna watch me. Like all right, these dudes were like, oh man, I can't believe you supporting that. They be the first ones lined up to watch you play it though. Shut up.
Ravenflow for the $4.99. If you're a gamer, support the games you like if you can afford it. Don't be like Xbox gamers that let new AAA IPs flop like last gen. Choose wisely.
Bro,
it's my money.
I wanted us to bring that up, but real quick, y'all seen the reaction when Scarlet Nexus got announced that it wasn't coming to Game Pass?
People were mad.
Like Fam, these Xbox dudes was hyping that shit up with the demo and everything. And once that shit got announced for Game Pass, like they hyped that shit up to go to Game Pass so much that when the announcement came, I ain't hear a single word about that game after.
That's what they did for Cyberpunk. You don't remember that? Smooth was hyping that shit up because he thought it was going to Game Pass. Then when it didn't, he was like, "Fuck that game."
I'm looking in the comments of that announcement, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is horrible. This game is gonna die now because it's not coming to Game Pass day one."
Bro, didn't I tell you?
If you like the game before Game Pass, why not buy it?
Bro,
They shaming people into putting that shit in Game Pass. Yo.
I told y'all Game Pass is a brainwash mechanism. I said this. Like, and people thought I was joking. People are like buying games for people who have Game Pass now is like it's heresy, bro. It's blasphemous to them. They
I have Game
like,
Pass, but I don't feel the
concept.
same way though. BG, I've been subscribed to Game Pass.
But
since
you got
I feel like the opposite.
So I see Game Pass as a place to play games that I wouldn't typically buy. I know you Kofi buy, but
Yeah.
I would like a game that maybe I'm not too interested or I won't buy day one. Like, oh, okay, that shit's in Game Pass. Let me check it out. That's how I feel about Game Pass. I don't sit around and expect brand new releases to come into Game Pass like how some of these guys sitting around expecting that. That's a little odd to me. Like I just want to check out games that maybe I wouldn't have checked out before, and it's there on Game Pass. So I think that's cool to have.
My thing is like, I'm like, oh, let me check it out, and then I'm like, ooh, I like it, and then I get one achievement, maybe not even any, and then I buy it on Steam, and I'm like, okay, and then I'll play it there. Like that's my thing.
Yeah. All right, next.
Tony Esquire for the 5. After Battlefield 5, it boggles my mind why anyone would pre-order Battlefield 6. And speaking of Demon Souls, J-Man and Alex took BGs tonight. Get over here.
Damn.
Marcus Doyle Terrell for $5. What a time to live where Fortnite is more popular than Halo. Halo Infinite needs to be legendary. Halo Infinite also has to cure cancer. Provide housing.
It has to be
for
good,
everyone.
man. No pre-damage control in your Halo Infinite has to be good. Facts. It has to be
I don't
really
think that's
good.
true. I don't think that's true.
Why you say that, Jack?
No, we didn't.
If they show that game, it has only thing they have to do is improve the graphics slightly. If they do that, people will be satisfied, guaranteed.
Hey, man.
Guaranteed.
Decent graphics.
Because
They
people
save Halo 5, man.
They weren't complaining about the gameplay. They were just complaining about the
The
textures
gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay wasn't bad. Like,
Well, there you
the
go.
gameplay wasn't bad though. But it's just that,
It
the
was.
overall. Nah, I thought the gameplay looked like a Halo game and how Halo's supposed to play. And the grappling hook didn't look out of place to me. I thought it would be, but it didn't really look as out of place as I thought it would be. It's just really the visuals, because this was just a next gen Halo. They've been hyping up this slip space engine, and when we seen it in that,
Hey, man, cross gen, man.
hey,
cross
wait,
gen.
when we seen it in that, no, but I think we can't do that because there's no reason why. There's no reason why Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us could do that and Halo Infinite look like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, it could
Cross-gen,
look better.
baby.
It could look better. I'm not blaming cross-gen on this. I'm blaming
The common
343 on this.
denominator, baby. Look
Hey,
at what they got to work with.
hey, man. Hey,
I'm not blaming cross-gen on
It
this.
got to work on the VCR, bro. Come on now. You know what
Never
time
know.
it is, man. Shit got to work on the big black.
Yeah, man. All right, go ahead, Alex.
Jay Harvey for the 5. Shout out to the panel plus BG and Blandrew coming through as a guest. I want to see Stalker.
Oh, I get it. But we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that for after.
I want to see Stalker 2. Me too. And Forza. Alex is a ribbed rubber cock collection crying about $70 games. Yep.
what the fuck? Let's eat.
That's it.
Shout out to Jay Harvey.
Notorious Nicholas for the 5 Australian. Shout out to 5 years of PSP. Keep up the fire content you give each and every week. Also, we already saw the GOAT of E3. That is Elden Ring. Majude.
Just call him A. Just call him A, man. Just call him A.
A for the 25 SAR. No message. Buzz
Appreciate
27 for the thank you for the 2 Australian. Congrats on the 5 years. Ravenflow again for the 4.99. Happy anniversary to you guys. Well deserved. What's everyone's favorite game and the most anticipated game in your favorite genre?
Okay, what's
Favorite-
everyone's favorite game
Of all time?
Favorite
of
game
all
of all time?
It's so hard to. I can't answer questions like that because I really like so much though. Like,
Probably gonna be
it's so tough to do shit like that.
Gun to my head, GTA San Andreas.
I'm gonna say The Last of Us 1.
Gun to my head. I might.
You such a
fuck,
hype
yo, what
beast.
am I supposed to say, man?
Such a hype.
Breath of the
beast,
Wild.
How am I hype beast? What the
No,
hell?
it's not even that. It's not even Breath of the Wild, man.
Probably
It's
Chrono
too
Trigger
much,
for me.
man. It's so
Why
much,
is
man.
BG died on this hill to try to say Last of Us 1 was overrated? Just give it up, BG.
It is.
Give it the
it's-
fuck up, man.
It's
It is.
definitely not. It's definitely not overrated. It's superior to the second one in terms of story, not
No, it's
gameplay.
not.
But it's
No, it's
in
not.
terms of story, not gameplay. But that's
I may
a
have to go with
discussion.
like either Final Fantasy 7 or SOCOM 2 or maybe Resident Evil 4.
I'm the hype beast. Hey, yo, get this dude the fuck out of here, bro. Get this dude the fuck out of here.
Those are undebatable quality games, sir.
Hey, yo, man, get this dude the fuck out of here, man.
Undebatable.
Sunday, I might have to roast your ass again, BG. Get out of here, bro.
Man, listen. Somebody
Dude,
saying
bro.
Last of Us is my favorite game of all. Okay,
This motherfucker said
Tupac,
RE4,
your favorite rapper too, right? Tupac, your favorite rapper?
No.
PG, you don't have a
okay.
leg to stand on in this argument with how many
I
hours
do.
you
All of
have
those
in
are
Last
quality
of Us
games.
one
That's what I'm-
multiplayer,
Bro,
dog. You don't
that's
have
what
a
I'm
leg to
saying.
stand on in that
Years.
argument, dog.
Years
got
this
plenty
dude
of
played
legs.
this game. Come on, bro. Don't
The multiplayer.
shut up.
That's part of the game.
Tough, man. It's
You could have sold Last of Us. You could have sold Last of Us
here we
multiplayer
go.
alone, and I wouldn't
we
have cared.
go.
I would have just played the multiplayer. Yo, hold on, because
Yeah, for years, though, right? For years, though, right?
People
for
forget this, bro. I didn't beat the Last of Us single player for months.
No one
because
cares,
when I played it, it wasn't very good to me. That's why it took me months to beat it. Because I played the multiplayer.
Right.
Nah.
Move on, BG.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
This dude's crazy.
King Kiso for the $50.
Oh,
Happy anniversary to y'all boys. Glad to see BG on too. Mr. Oshido for the $4.99. Is Kids Move doing the Give Me God of War challenge? If not, do you think he can do
Bro,
it?
if he couldn't beat Returnal, he can't beat that on Give Me God of War. That's just a fact.
I think he could. It's gonna be hard getting past that first section, though.
The thing
You
is,
think he could?
People that money.
Hell no.
yeah, I don't think he can, because if he can't beat Returnal, Returnal is the
You
easier
know,
game.
He too stubborn.
wanna
He's
see-
too, that's his
It's
problem.
the-
I want to
Returnal's
see
the
him
easier
win.
game.
I want to see that guy.
He has won before. Did he won Bloodborne?
I
Didn't
wanna
he
see him
win
win,
Sekiro or
man.
some shit?
Nah, he lost on the final boss. He ran out of time.
Sekiro?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nigga
close.
Snoop
He won
said,
Bloodborne,
you
though. I
almost
think that's
made
what
me
it
hurt my Xbox.
Fam. That shit had me in tears.
You almost made me hurt my Xbox.
It's something really wrong with it.
How much do you think he made financially out of like those streams?
Oh,
It
he
had to
made
be
it.
top.
He made it six.
Thousands.
He made his 600 back. So he ain't.
He
ain't
made
losing
over
nothing.
$1,000 on that Bloodborne shit.
He
He
picked
made
up that
that 600
Xbox like a newborn and placed it down like it was going in a bassinet. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Shout out
King
to
been
Kiso
Kiso.
for
missing
the
kissing that shit
5.
on the forehead, yo.
It's funny how Bandai Namco declined Elden Ring to be an Xbox event. Supposedly, it's not because of what Xbox has to show.
Mm.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Last one from Watchdog. $5 bets on how fast BG will drop Battlefield 6 and go back to Rogue Company.
BG be playing that
Battlefield's-
dead ass road company. man. This shit is crazy.
Battlefield 6 is going to be. I mean, it's just going to be the next good multiplayer game. I mean, it's just hasn't been a lot lately out here. So, but no, that's going to
Let
be.
me
my
introduce you
main-
a little
main
game
to
called
play.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
All right, it's been a great episode.
Yeah, it's been a good show, man.
That's something
Snore.
BG will play, though. That's something BG will play.
Snore. And this dude said BG said Tomb Raider was Game of the Year 2013. It was better. It was better than Last of Us. Y'all
If
gonna
you
have to deal
think
with
All
that.
right,
It's a
yo.
better game.
We gonna end the
It's a better
podcast
game.
on that note,
You're
man.
literally an idiot. bro.
Yeah.
It's a better
yeah,
game. It's a better game.
I love
It's definitely
Tomb Raider
not.
2013,
It's,
but
it's definitely
it's
not
not
better than Last of Us. It's
Nah.
definitely not better.
It absolutely is better.
It's
The
good.
single player ain't even better than Last
It
of
is-
Us.
it's
If
not,
you add
it's
the
not.
multiplayer,
Fact.
it's a landslide, bro. It's a
Nah, you
landslide.
bugging.
Listen, you niggas was crying over a character that was only in the game for 10 minutes. So I don't take you
brother.
niggas serious.
Hey, Alex, mark that off last one. You already marked that off on the bingo.
But Last of Us.
Nah,
So
mark
the
it
only
off
thing we're
again.
missing.
Bro.
Mark it off again.
All right,
To
all right, yo.
All right.
Dude, don't bring it up. That's
Yo,
To get
before
a
we do the
bingo.
outros,
To get a
what did he?
bingo.
What did he get?
The only thing I need to get is content. He did not say content to get a
Wow,
bingo.
that's crazy.
I'm
Damn.
not gonna
Yeah.
say it.
When he said all the other
Damn.
shit, that's crazy.
So
said
he said. So he
everything
did. So here's what he did say. It's relative. Mind your
Mhm.
business. Act your income. $60 last gen. Fun factor. $10 is the cutoff. Last of Us. He did talk about the time to game played analogy.
Yes.
He also did say wait for a price drop. So we got a lot. We got one away from a bingo though.
All the shit that actually makes sense and are valid points.
They're not.
They are.
We're gonna do that.
That
but-
haircut.
Well,
That
he
haircut
didn't say-
don't make sense. That haircut make less sense than my
Ah, yes, sir!
You're the one talking about a haircut, sir.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sexy. I'm sexy, nigga. Say something.
Oh, shit.
Sir, your hairline is more crooked than
I'm
the
sexy.
Rocky Mountains.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Yeah.
I was on camera. Yeah, I was on camera just yesterday. People
Yes,
seen my
sir.
joint.
Yes, sir.
You.
Yo, you're
You
saying your
can even
hairline was
go
doing the
here
lean
correctly.
back, bro. Your hairline
In
doing
the
the lean back.
podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're
This
gonna
shit
go
crazy.
ahead and do the outro. This was a good show,
I'm not
man.
even
It
going
was a good show.
I'm not even gonna take that serious because people literally seen my shape up yesterday. It's literally on camera from yesterday. So we
Soundtrack could be
do
just on up.
because my disses be facts. They like to make shit up. So that's what
Broken
it is.
hairline.
I understand though. I understand. Alex halfway to being a fucking skinhead Nazi with that haircut, but we gonna let it slide.
He is triggered right now. That's
In the
crazy.
podcast.
Did I get you in your feelings, little baby?
Not at all.
Did I get
Listen,
you in your
listen,
feelings,
listen,
little baby?
We gotta
listen.
go.
I know you trying to sneak into the Aryan Brotherhood, so you testing it out and everything like that. So it's all good.
This shit is crazy.
Yo, what's going on? Oh,
Are you that
man.
mad? Are you that mad?
Nigga,
Little
walk
baby
into the
BG.
barbershop. Let me get the half alt-right cut.
All right,
What's
let's
it
end
like?
this shit.
What's
Let's
it
end
like
this
getting
shit.
laughed at about your beard at the barbershop as well? Like,
Oh,
do you
shit.
purposely grow your
I
beard
don't-
that way, or
I don't think that a whole bunch of grown men are staring at my beard besides you. You're the only one.
I mean, listen,
Are y'all done? Or y'all
you can't
finished?
really miss it.
Are y'all done? Or y'all finished?
Alex, I'm a
I've been
sexy ass
done.
nigga.
Look,
Watch who
listen.
you talking to, son. All right, you
Are y'all
think you a
done?
big man because of them guns, nigga. All right.
This is crazy.
Let's end the podcast. What the fuck going on, bro?
No,
End
no,
the
keep going. I
podcast.
want to hear more. I want to hear more.
Nah. We appreciate everybody who
You ever have
tuned
your
in
back
today,
blown out?
man.
Huh?
Okay, all right, Alex. We appreciate everybody who pulled up, man, to the podcast today. Next podcast should be even better, low key, because after this E3, whether it's good or bad, it's gonna be entertaining.
Yes,
regardless.
sir.
You already know the vibe.
Got
So
smoke either way.
I want to shout out to the guest. Dealer Gaming came through. Shout out to him and shout out to BG, as well. I appreciate you coming to the podcast. Talking your nonsense and debating with J Main and shit. It was a good time.
Debating.
Yeah,
I was
man.
right.
that what you call
I was
that?
right.
Dating. I call that a
Right.
slaughter.
Yeah, he did
I
get
was right.
he did get smoked. He did
Oh,
get
Oh,
smoked.
shit.
slaughter.
I didn't.
You did get smoked.
I can't get smoked by a nigga that don't play no games. A nigga that just started playing games this year, and now he want to remind everybody every 5 minutes. Oh, I beat 14 games this year. Like, okay, congrats, first time.
EG,
Shut up.
how many games you beat last year?
See, he hype. He hype. Like nobody cares, bro. You just started beating games. Congrats.
BG, I beat
Okay,
the least
cool.
amount of games in this podcast.
You
and
just
still
started
beat
beating
more
games in the
than you
last 2
year.
years.
What do
You
you
just started
how
beating
many-
games the last 2 years, bro. We've been
BG,
doing this.
BG, I beat the least amount of games in this podcast last year and still beat more games than you. So what are you talking about?
How
I
much
don't
was
beat
that?
games.
How
You
much was
can't
that?
say that.
How much
You
was that?
can't say that.
How much was that?
I
How
think I
much
beat
you
like
beat last year?
13 or 14 games last year.
How many games you beat?
Yeah,
last year?
Last year was
Yeah.
a mid year. I think I beat
Okay,
like
yeah,
maybe 11. I don't remember.
So
Actually, it was a mid-year.
Like I said, you
Oh,
can't
but
say
wait, have
the
you
fuck
ever
up
had a
and be
30 year?
wrong.
Have you ever dropped a 30 bomb year that you beat 30 games though? Have you ever done that?
I think I did. I think I pretty much did.
You think? Okay, I think you did it.
Hold on. I came close. I came close. Hold on.
When you hit 30 in a year, come talk to the rest of us gamers. Maybe we might let you into the lunch table.
Oh, wait, hold on. How many games is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Okay.
24, 25,
Tell 'em.
26, 27,
Tell 'em.
28. Oh, you lucky bitch.
You got close.
Lucky
You got
bitch. It was
close.
28. It was
You got
28.
close.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Chat says BG argues like a woman.
Oh man, BG, go ahead and do your outro, man. Do your outro.
All
you
right, Weapon
lucky.
Will
I was too
podcast
long.
this Sunday. I don't know how these niggas would know. I argue like a woman. They ain't never seen one. They ain't never touched one. They ain't never smelled one. They ain't even got close. You niggas stink like them funky anime niggas at conventions. So shut up.
What the fuck is going on, man?
Weapon Will podcast this Sunday, 5:45. You already know.
Shout out to the Weapon Wheel Podcast boys, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to them over there. And our main members, J-Main, go ahead with your outro, sir.
Yes, sir.
W
Definitely
thing.
appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's good to get a W, but it's extra nice when you get a W on a dirty Brooklyn nigga. So I appreciate y'all for tuning into that landslide, that slaughter. And BG, if you need me on Sunday to bring this back up, actually I'm gonna let Blandrew handle my light work.
Glad you be crushing
follow me
BG on the
Twitter.
podcast, man.
This
Follow
nigga
me on
J-Main
Twitter,
lives upstate.
and-
They ain't got
and-
nothing but trees and
and-
prisons. What are you
And
talking
time,
about,
and
sir?
time to write lists to smoke your ass, nigga. You want another one? We can do it.
Yo, Jack, go ahead with your outro, man.
Hey man, I don't know what the fuck going on, but appreciate y'all for watching. 5 years, you know what I mean?
5 years, man.
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Jack Move Johnny. Rift Apart stream tomorrow. We here. What else? Next week I'm smoking on Xbox if they ain't deliver. So yeah, just
Smoking an
they're around
Xbox
for
pack.
What you gonna do if they do though? What you gonna do if they do?
I'm gonna show respect. Fuck you mean what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show
You gonna buy an
respect.
You gonna actually
Ah,
build a PC?
No, Smooth owe me an Xbox. I really believe that he owed me a Series X. Yeah, man. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching.
And last but not least,
J-Main trying to shit on Brooklyn, but he a Brooklyn front runner. Okay, Brooklyn Nets
Oh,
front
you
runner.
talking about the
Yeah,
Nets?
I ain't know.
I've been a Nets fan since Jersey, sir.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
goodness.
Thank you.
Jack, you ever remember him talking? You ever remember J-Main talk about Jersey before? I don't remember this.
Absolutely. Check
I
my
don't remember.
tweets. I don't delete tweets like you, motherfucker. Check my tweets.
that's
I got tweets
Ain't
going
nobody,
back to
ain't
2000.
nobody checking your
Nigga,
timeline.
I got
Nobody want to see
tweets
what
going
J.
back-
Nobody has ever said. You know what? I want to know what J-Main got to say today about
That's the
something.
second time y'all roasted this man.
But
two
niggas
birds.
gave me
What's going on?
niggas gave me a bunch of W's in the chat. Oh, what you
What's
talking
going on
about?
with your-
here we
Ain't
go.
nobody
Here we
checking
go.
J-Main timeline.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard a nigga say, you know what? I'm curious about J-Main's thoughts on this. Like, nobody's doing that.
You say he the Ja Rule of the gaming community? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
BG, stop. Stop, nigga. You've been on YouTube for 30 years. It's only right that you have a following.
Wait.
nigga.
What
What
you
you talking about?
Wait. We got Gamer in the chat says facts, BG. I've never heard J-Main talk about Nets till Durant came.
Oh, man. Get him.
You got to go in the
That's a
archive.
fucking lie.
You gonna have to go-
I
you
got
got
the
to go
tweets
in
to prove it. Go on the timeline. Go on the timeline. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to prove.
Oh man, Alex, go ahead and do your outro, man.
I want to say thank you to my Brooklyn bottom bitch BG for coming on the
Oh
podcast.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
You know, it's really great that I not only get to break you open at home, but I get to also break you open in the podcast in front of
You still passing as a
watching.
Cuban? You still faking?
You never complain when I break that ass open. Anyways, tomorrow we're streaming Counter-Strike more on the channel. We're also close to 8,000 subscribers. It's been crazy
Yes, sir.
going over there. Seeing the channel blow up is really nice to see. So if you guys want to check that out, do so. Saturday's Devil May Cry, and Sunday we're going to stream Xbox. So daily content on the channel.
Yes, sir.
And
We outta
Gamer
here.
wanted to throw shots. When I went to his stream the other day, and it finally looked like he put down the scissors and went to a barbershop and got a cut. Fuck, nigga.
Oh my God!
Hey, yo, y'all
Christ.
finna
Yo,
crazy
J-Main
shots. Like, what the
is on
fuck
some
is
shit.
going
Like,
on?
yo, we need to sit down.
Cutting his hair
We
with,
need.
he been cutting his hair with toenail clippers and want to say something to me.
Yo.
Get the fuck out of here.
What's going on, man?
Yo,
Yo, Gamer,
what,
I
yo,
wouldn't take that. I
J-Main.
would come in here.
Yo,
I would come in here
J-Main.
and mop this nigga up. I would
Yo,
come and mop this
J-Main
nigga
been
up
talking
right now,
crazy.
Bozy.
He ain't got nothing to say to me.
He's
dog.
talking
He
crazy.
ain't got nothing to
I
say
would
to
come
me,
clean
dog.
this nigga J-Main up talking spicy like that. I would never let him say that.
J-Main coming crazy. I fuck with it though. I like it. I like it, J-Main. I like this energy you be on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Bum
like
ass
it
Heat
actually.
fan.
All right, yo, it was a fun episode, man. Definitely a fun episode, man. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, man, and follow all the people that's here. The links are in the description. And we're going to get out of here, man. See y'all next week, man. It's going to be a real busy one, man. Y'all take it easy.
I just did a search, by the way, on Twitter, and I don't see nothing.